Okay. We are using Crisp for note-taking, which is an AI note-taker and transcript maker, and it does an amazing job, better than a human.
Autocorrect. Here
So
we go,
that's what's
autocorrect.
going on here. So for the sake of Crisp, we are starting, I don't know if that's how that works, but I'm just telling it anyway.
What did Chris say again? Oh my gosh. Did it translate properly?
So a lot of the session was taken up by traipsing through the Mare of Dead Men, which is that disgusting swamp. You ended up tracking the lizard folk with the canoes on your raft very successfully. You were quite secretive about it. You managed to kind of post up away from them far enough that they couldn't tell that you were there, close enough that you could hear what they were saying. And you gleaned a little bit of information that they were going to be arriving at Castle Neritar soon, and that pretty soon they were going to have to abandon the canoes. And so you moved on to act a little bit longer that night, and got a head start. And then the next morning you kind of worked out all the details to ambush them or surprise them, whichever is the more correct word. Because your intent wasn't originally to attack them. No. It was to tax them. Or...
I just want to see what's in the box.
Yeah, steal from them.
They stole.
But they stole it first.
This is a Robin Hood situation.
Yeah. Well, you have no intent on going back to the villages to give it back, do you?
Well, to build our own village, yes, and give economy to other people, and yeah.
To be very fair to you, you would have no idea where it came from, so it's basically impossible to return.
Yeah, so we just have to put it to good use.
That would have been hilarious if we each stole 2 boxes and we just went off somewhere and just built a settlement. And he's like,
That's
what happened to my campaign?
"What happened to book 2?"
Yeah.
We're like, "Yeah."
Well, I guess we'll figure out what happens when the Queen of Dragons rises on
It's
her
like, we
own.
left you alone, remember?
What is that massive shadow in the sky? Who cares?
Beefy is like, "Who? We could grow 4 more heads."
Right.
So you ended up catching them by surprise, trying to take some gold. And you did get away with some, didn't you? No, you almost did until Resmir caught you.
Well, yeah.
Because the bullywugs showed up and they were like, "Oh, good job! You are, kind of, you're bringing order to this chaotic lizard folk operation." And they this is basically all they're good for. And they're not even that good at it.
Chris was like, "Leave him alone."
Yeah, they didn't approach freaking happily. They approached pissed off, man. I was like, don't you be touching my gold.
So you killed a bunch of them.
We killed a lot of them.
The lizard folk got away. Farblex Spattergoo was the name of the leader, and he managed to get away, along with a few other bullywugs, with crates of gold. And then Resmir swooped down on an adult black dragon and said, "You guys are in trouble. Jump on board." And you're like, "All right." Fly over to Castle Neritar, and we're sentenced to a week in the dungeons, which actually means that so far, according to the guild, you've earned another 15 gold pieces to go into the bank because a week has gone by. So
We're working.
So I put that in your bank
Nice.
account. So you
I
have
never
another
even thought
15.
about that. I didn't even
Yeah.
think about that.
Is that 15 apiece or is that 5 apiece?
5.
5 apiece. Yeah. So you made some money while you weren't there. And what happened next?
We didn't find our treasure hoard.
Somebody lost something. Smirgoff lost
His rank.
his rank. You lost your rank. You got both demoted to initiate, and then he lost his exotic armor.
Yeah.
It got destroyed. But you somehow, I think probably by me forgetting that you had it, managed to get away without losing yours.
I bargained for it because I was saying that I was using it to infiltrate the good guys. But
Which was a very reasonable thing for you to say. But then Resmir is thinking, I've got these rogue captains, basically, that are just deciding they're going to do things like hire a dwarf who hasn't been vetted, and they're going into Waterdeep to supposedly get information. Like, who do these people think they are? They need to be taught a lesson. You're losing your armor, and you all get a week in detention, basically.
At least I gotta keep my armor.
The dwarf is not the brightest crane in the box, so, I mean, I can get away with a lot.
Yeah,
Well, you were lower rank. You were just following orders.
We
I'm
could
just
exploit that a little bit.
I'm just following.
Yeah.
After you're released, you sort of explored a little bit, and eventually found your way to the kitchens by accident.
Excuse me.
Which is par for the course for any campaign of mine where there's food involved for some reason. Always. And you met Jack, that's what I named him, the dwarf who runs the kitchen.
Not happily.
No, but he seems to...
He's
He
not
oddly
happy
seems
now.
to have like a good heart to him for
Yeah.
where he works.
He just
Dude.
wants good ingredients.
Yeah, he was like, why can't they at least get me vegetables? Like, how hard is that? Like, something beyond nasty, rotten swamp eel.
Swamp.
So he sent you off on a mission to go find some food. It's just a little something to pass the time. And you made a friend, Syl, the spore sprout, myconid sprout. Is that what it said?
Myconid sprout.
And she liked you, so the two of you are friends now. And she rides on your shoulder.
I'm
I
making
think.
friends with a lot of things. I
This
got
is
a
kind
wolf
of-
friend.
This is kind of how my campaigns go.
I
You're
like
like,
it.
we make all kinds of friends, and then we. I don't know. Sometimes it gets
Don't
out of
eat
hand.
her.
It gets out of hand sometimes. In my Tomb of Annihilation, the first few months, we ended up acquiring, I think, 15 NPCs and animals, and Zach had a veritable army, and it was definitely not rules as written because I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah, that's funny.
And then I killed them off in a TPK, and they did not get that many back.
Oh man.
So, anyway, no planned TPK for this group. That will only happen if you make bad decisions.
Yeah.
I never make a bad decision.
You came back. You came back with some plant life, some mushrooms, I think some birds actually, and Jack was very happy with this, and he said, "Good." And you're like, we need something to do. And he said, "Would you like to be servants for the meal that's coming up tonight?" You said, "Tell me more." He said, "Oh, so-and-so is going to be there, all the big names. I'm going to need people to bring in the food." He has no idea who you are. He does not know what you're up to. And you hatched some sort of plan to, like, impregnate the food with spores from Syl, I think it was. Yeah. What was your intent with that again?
We wanted to be able to figure out what they were thinking, at least one of them at a time. Because if they all were impregnated with the spores, they could hear each other's thoughts, so it would be a little. They would know something's up at that point. So I wanna be careful with who we do it to.
Yeah.
Do we know who's in these that we're serving?
You don't yet. Though you know Resmir will be there. I think that would be the one you would know about.
Ooh, I wonder if I was gonna say I bet that one guy is in there too.
The purple guy?
No, that mage or whatever, the one that joined him.
Oh, the
Than?
Thayan.
Yeah.
Mr. Face Tattoo.
I wonder if he'd probably know that.
Have you learned his name yet? I can't remember if I had. Okay,
Not to my...
so then
not
you're
to my
not supposed to know it then yet, I guess. If I haven't revealed it. Wow, it kind of leaves us.
That'd be if he's in there, that would be a little bit of a risk, but maybe worth it to figure out what he knows or is thinking. Because he'd definitely be probably the highest
Appropriate music here.
rank in the room.
It might be good. You were gonna do like what, appetizers and and Austin's character was doing, I think, desserts or something.
Yeah, dinner or desserts or something. What?
Because I was doing
Oh, this is
neither,
funny.
because I don't think that I would be able to have the ability to do so very well.
Yeah, and
Whoa.
I don't know. Unless we needed a distraction. If I went in during the appetizers, and we saw something that we needed, we could send you in a little bit later with the desserts and my weasel, and you could be clumsy on purpose. And
That
see
is
if we
true.
could, if we really needed to, but we don't really know what's in that room yet.
That is true. I am good for that.
They would just. What would they do to an unintelligent dwarf that just, tripped up on it? They might kill you. I don't know.
Here! I did not order this. Oh,
Oh.
are you sure?
It's family style. You didn't get to order.
Right.
This isn't the main dish.
Okay, so if you have any last minute thoughts on preparations for the meal, it's coming up within a couple hours. What did you find out?
Well, it went through that time.
Oh, I thought he had texted you that his house had gotten smashed or something.
No.
So
No.
he lost all power and everything, huh?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's saying that it's over, or pretty much over though. So hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully the power's not out too long for him. That'd be horrible.
Okay. All right. So Jack, the cook, is busy about finishing up these meals. He did say he was gonna pay you for this. It's a meager amount, but it's something. And so he gives you each 20 copper pieces.
Woo!
He doesn't have a whole lot at
Two
his
silver.
disposal. So yeah, you get 2 silver worth of pay for doing this job.
Hell yeah. We're rich.
Yeah, buddy.
Well, we need to find the treasure hoard.
So let me just go ahead and put 6 silver in here.
I'm a little worried because if the treasure hoard is, if there actually is, because we learned that there is a potential portal down in the basement.
Mm-hmm.
If there is, and it actually is one that goes to the hell dimension, that could be where all of it's going.
Yeah.
Doubtful that they'd throw it into hell, but
So you've got a few hours before the meal, and he says to just be back right before dusk, not dusk, whatever, the sundown, and don't be late, but you can go about doing whatever you want. And he goes back to busying himself. And so there's lots of rooms you haven't explored. You know that there's a couple different groups or demographics, I should say, of people inhabiting this castle Neretar. One of those is the lizard folk. Another is the bullywugs. Another are various cultists, of which there are not very many of them. They're very few in number. And then there's a couple that don't fit into any of those categories. So you might find the occasional mercenary here, but he's few and far between. There's a dragon nearby, Voragamathar, I believe his name is. And
close. If there's not many people in here, let's just take the castle.
Right?
well, I didn't say there's not many people.
Not many cultists.
Not many cultists. So
Let's take the castle by force.
when you flew over here, you saw a very interesting tower on top of the castle. It's an observatory. It does not fit the theme of the castle one bit. It is very clearly a renovation. An
Is that the
add-on.
one that we got kicked out of?
Nope.
That's not this one?
Nope. But you did get kicked out of there at one point, yeah. No, I think
Because we went up here
think
into this one, I
it's-
thought it was, and
It's
they-
supposed
they
to be
kicked
on
us
top
out.
of here, if I remember right. And if not, that's where it is now.
Because P is where we were doing the
Kitchen stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I want to find a way down. Do I have my weasel or my owl right now? I'm gonna say I have my weasel.
I know we were gonna move it to Weasel.
As you walk out, you come across a bullywug, and he looks very upset. And he starts speaking in bullywugese at you quite angrily, and it draws a bit of attention. A few more bullywugs come around, and you start hearing a little bit of like pigeon common. At worst, some a little broken common at best. And they are quite disturbed by what they've heard about you two. And they are suggesting that they tie you up right now and take you down to the basement and give you a real punishment for what you did. Because what Resmir gave you wasn't enough. And this causes a bit of a commotion. Other members of the castle, of all of these demographics, start joining around, and sort of just observing, basically cutting off your avenue of getting out. And then, not suddenly, but eventually, a figure pushes its way through the crowd and emerges on the inside of this ring that is surrounding you, and it is Farbleck Spattergoo. And he croaks at you.
What's up, man? I feel like I just saw you.
Is that the shaman guy?
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's the one who you fought directly.
Sweet.
You fight hard.
Oh, yeah. And we're not ones to mess with.
Killed many of me of my clan.
Honestly, you started it, man. You really did.
I object to you killing my clan. I am going to get Resmir's permission.
Good luck with that. We already did our time.
Was
I'm
enough.
not interested. Or I'm not like affected by his threats like at all.
They maybe their bark is worse than their bite, or they are maybe not courageous enough to make good on their threats to tie you up. But eventually, after making a big scene and a lot of noise, the crowd dissipates out of just kind of boredom, and then the bullywugs eventually, one at a time, leave. Farbleck's with them, and they wasted a good 20 minutes of your time harassing you.
Well, when the shaman guy leaves, I wink at him.
He extends out his tongue and spits mucus onto your face.
Oh.
I just nod and smile.
Just take.
You got this green ooze on your face.
I'll see you later.
I want
Finish what I started.
to find a way down. I want to try to find a way down.
We just lost our way down. Man. We could have gotten down there with them. They would have tied us up.
Yeah, they would have done
You
all
could have
walking
slid
for
a
you.
handed out, and then we could have just
Yeah, but we would have
beat
gotten
the shit out of
we
them.
would have gotten into a fight again,
Oh yeah,
which I'm totally fine with.
and they
but-
would have lost. Bad.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for them.
There are lizard folk that are walking around, and one of them comes up to you and asks what you are doing here in a very not aggressive way, more of like just a question, not an interrogation. Like he just wants to know who you are.
Yeah, well, we were set up on
What are you doing here?
on a post to inspect the goods that you guys were bringing from the roadhouse, and those bullywugs came and
Bully was.
they were messing with you guys, so we tried to stop them, and we did stop a lot of them. We actually,
No,
But-
like Bullywug. Snapjaw hate Bullywug.
We don't like him either. We don't like him either. That's a common enemy there.
Heck yeah.
Bullywug, cruel and vicious.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Hard for him to say those words. He doesn't know those words very well.
I think they're 10 less in number. So.
Oh, easily.
You do good job.
Yes.
Restore mare to lizard folk.
Good.
You have Snapjaw. You have Snapjaw's arm. It's kind of like he doesn't carry a weapon, so he's like, instead of you have my axe, you have my arm. You know, like you have my friendship.
I want to search. Is there anything on me that's metal that I can like give to him?
Probably. I mean, if you've got coins, that would probably make him very happy.
I have a coin.
If you had a dagger, he would be pretty happy with that. You know, anything really would make his day because he can't make metal.
I can't give up my ring that I have that is not doing anything for me, but I won't take it off.
It's just a plain ring, right? A mundane one.
Yeah, it was one that we found down at when we were searching. What do I got? I have that dragon faced coin still that I found like in the second.
Oh, yeah.
Would you say it's likely that you're like looking through your pouch and you take
Yeah.
it out for a second to look at it?
Yeah.
He looks at it with awe.
He
Oh,
goes, whoa. It's
that
full
have
gold,
picture
you
of
know.
Vorum Gamthar, or however you say his name.
What do
I
you-
promise I'm not going to be able to say that dragon's name very well. It's the
What-
big black dragon.
Oh,
So we should kill it.
is that what?
That
is
way you
that
don't
what
have
you
to
know?
say it.
Oh,
No.
that's true. That's true. I wonder if dragons can get poisoned.
Not black ones.
They're not immune to acid, though.
He might be.
Oh, that's true. Well, not our acid. Our acid seems pretty crazy.
It might
it's
have
pretty-
resistance to it
pretty
rather than
hardcore.
immunity.
It don't matter. I don't think we're gonna kill it. But,
Just-
what can you tell me about this coin?
He does not know,
Yeah.
but he says it would be great honor to hold. Would show my my allegiance to Vorum Gamanthar.
Okay. Well, I'm totally down to give it to you, but if I could maybe ask you something in return, do you know this castle well?
Yes.
I want to get down below. I've heard rumors about things that I've always wanted to see and I'm really curious about. But we're trying to make our way down below.
I assure you, but bullywug there. Many bullywug. It's home to bullywugs.
What can you tell me about these bullywugs? Do they have any weaknesses? Like, do they like certain things? Are they afraid of certain things? What is
I'm
going on?
thinking he
Holy
just got
Lord.
cell service
He
again.
did. Because my phone's going crazy too. Yep. Service is pretty good now. It should be able to join just fine.
Just kidding. Let's try
Got
it
intermittent
again.
service.
Let's
Just
try it
kidding.
again. Still no luck. Hopefully this passes.
We have you now.
Okay, let me look up bullywug and refresh myself.
Especially if there's something that they're scared of. Could help us.
Is she over here playing back?
Are they?
Oh, she's playing Galaga.
Are they? Do they have mucus on them?
Yeah. Since they're frog folks, they do.
Salt.
Like a snail.
Oh
Yeah,
wow!
just-
I've never thought about that. I wonder.
Salt would really not be good for them.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Hey, John.
I think he would give
Jack.
like
Jack.
less than. Well, he would give you information, but it's not like tactical information. More like, well, deep down inside, they're actually cowards. They will fight in number, but if you catch one on his own, he will probably drop his weapon and run, or hop. they are not so dangerous one-on-one because they don't carry much more than like a spear or a bow or a rapier or something like that. Farblex is their leader, the leader, so you're on the bad side of the big guy.
Oh, he's the actual leader?
He's the actual leader of the Bullywugs.
Ah, sweet.
So he's aware that Farblex is not really in this for the sake of the cult. He's more in it for himself. In one way or another, he's like looking to swing things in his favor. Let me see. I printed off some stuff. There might be more information I want to give you.
What's that? Say that again?
Hmm?
He's wanting to swing things in his favor?
Yeah.
So he's not one with the cult, he wants to swing things in the Bullywug favor.
He's
he's-
hired by the cult, but he's not a fan of the cult. He says that all of the Bullywugs reside in the caves down below.
Could use that to our advantage. Not to like, in a way, cause turmoil, but make them.
Varagomanthar is
I can't wait
his
to open
lord. And so the black dragon is his lord, and so the lizard folk are all have their allegiance to Varagomanthar, he's a little confused why Varagomanthar is abiding the distasteful presence of the Bullywugs. Like, he wishes that Varagomanthar would just kill them.
Yeah.
But clearly things are more complicated than that, and so it hasn't happened. And that's about all that Snapjaw knows. So this guy's named Snapjaw. I'll write him down on the list here.
It makes sense that the Black Dragons wouldn't necessarily like the Bullywugs. I mean, Bullywugs are probably a food source for them. Both live in the same area.
Do you have any questions for him? He would know probably more about like lizard folk things and the dragon. That's his area of expertise.
Have you guys been worshipping Varagomanthar for a long time?
For many years.
Many years.
Many years. Varagomanthar, the fastest, strongest dragon in the mare.
Why is he with Resmir?
I don't know.
Because
She, he says there's something different about her that he doesn't understand. That Varagomanthar doesn't seem to be himself when Resmir is around.
Resmir is the one that's pushing for the duality of the lizard folk and the Bullywugs.
Yes.
Hmm.
And it seems that she's got some sort of ability to convince Varagomanthar to do things that he otherwise wouldn't do.
Hmm.
But nonetheless, he is basically perceived by the lizard folk as all powerful, extremely fast. Like he's been seen in two places at once in the swamp, and it's something they revere him for. Like no other creature they have ever heard of can be in two places at once.
Do you know if this is a thing with most black dragons? Because we have a black dragon friend, you know.
He's surprised to hear that there's another black dragon.
Yeah, there is.
This is the Varagomanthar is the only black dragon.
No.
Yes.
No, he's not. But we know.
You're making him nervous. Like
That's
I don't
okay.
know. I don't know if I can be friend with heretic.
that's probably why they thought he was in two places at once. There's two
Oh,
of them.
maybe. Yeah, we don't know how big Fifi. Probably not that big. Not.
No,
a lot
still
of-
No,
young.
Fifi's still
still
a
young.
wormling.
Still, yeah.
Still young. So where's the dragon now?
You want to see?
Yes.
Oh God, do we?
Oh my God, yes.
Well, he might be able to take you to Vorgamantharr. He knows where the lair is. You'll have to deal with all the lair difficulties.
Why would we have to deal with those? We got an escort.
I mean, like, do you know what Black Dragon lair not lair but region effects are?
Nasty swamp.
Yeah.
It's pretty awful. Here, let me look it up to refresh myself. So, acrid haze and foul water, and then when you get close, there will be a lot of other things. But you could go there. Since he worships Vorgamantharr, he would have access to go. Not go talk. It's not like
No, this
a
isn't a
low
meeting.
guy can go talk
No.
with him.
No. This would be like see from afar.
Mm-hmm.
I still think we try to find the basement. I want to see this portal. I think that's more important information.
Okay.
You know he has a hoard too. So you know all his money is not.
Oh, like Vorgamantharr?
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know he has his own hoard,
I'm sure.
his own
he
dragon.
does.
I'm not saying that I want to go and steal from him, but it would be nice to know where he's at, just because reaction time, how quickly he could get to us if summoned.
Well,
Because my character probably wouldn't be smart enough to know this, but it sounds like Rezmir has some kind of mind control
and
over him, either Tiamat speaking through.
And from what he told
Rezmir?
us, that thing is extremely fast. So I would say within like 3 to 5 minutes, it would get to us. Would be my guess. Which is scary because he's probably pretty far off, and he could get there that quick. So.
He is really fast.
Yeah. Yeah. So you could take us down below.
Yes, I take you.
Okay. Let's stop by the kitchen first. I want to test something.
Do you want food?
I want seasoning.
What's seasoning?
What
for the
seasoning?
food?
Salt.
No, what is seasoning?
Oh, what is seasoning? Oh, yeah. No, I'm not sure you would know.
That is true.
So Jack, I don't know, why did I pick Jack? That sounds so out of place.
I
But
love
Jack is busy, and you can see there is a small barrel that is full of salt.
Oh, perfect. Jack, do you mind if I borrow some of this?
What do you mean borrow?
Well, I probably won't give it back, but can I have some?
You want to give me back the copper I gave you? You can have some.
Sure. Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay. Very well.
We didn't want to carry that much copper anyway.
Yeah, copper is more.
60
Copper's like,
copper's too heavy.
it's like pennies. Like you get rid of them.
All right, he's got his copper back now.
Sweet. I wanna grab like a nice little bag or of salt.
Okay. There's probably a bag laying around that you could take. You wouldn't mind.
Okay.
Yeah, like 5 pounds of salt.
I would say probably like a pound. Maybe that might be a lot too. A pound.
A pound. It's not that
No,
much.
it's not too much.
That's like one of those
Sounds not too much.
salt.
One of the boxes of salt, the kosher salt.
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
That's a pound, I think.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I'll take. Yeah, I'm gonna do
What's-
about a pound.
What's your thought process? Like you'll take a little bit and like toss it onto a
We'll
bullywug.
see. We'll see. Yeah, yeah. I wanna...
I'm melting.
Theoretically, this should work. They should hate salt. Because if you think about it, you know, like, in order to cook eel or anything like that that has mucus on it, you give it a salt bath and
Yeah.
something, and it gets rid of all that mucus.
Yeah, it takes the mucus out. Why am I so silky smooth?
They'd probably dry up and crack.
We won't let Austin know. We'll just be in the basement all of a sudden. This cloud of blue. That's what you need to do. Like if we get in a situation, just throw it up in the air, and then I'll do a wind blast.
And
poof, poof, and just whoosh.
And it's gonna be
cool.
cool because
Disperse.
what's our friend's name here? What's his
Snapjaw.
Snapjaw. He's gonna get to see what we're doing, so I'll be like, if they ever bug you, you know to have some salt on you.
Yeah, so I can do that at will. Oh, what is it? Gust of wind, yeah. Well, I can't do it at will, but it's one of my available.
Could you imagine if we have like a good amount of salt and then you do like a whirlwind?
Oh yeah. Yeah, gust of wind like works perfect because
I'm trying to.
lasts up to a minute. The range is, self 60-foot line.
It'd be really cool if you could incorporate that into Cloud Kill
Oh.
at the same time.
And if this works, that would be devastating to some bugs. Like incapacitating.
Yeah, I think that would be deadly, very deadly.
It's all about finding weaknesses.
Well, what if you put it in their water?
Make it salt water.
Yeah, I don't know if
Like
bulldogs could survive in salt water. I wouldn't think so.
No, hell no. If they have music, no, hell no, they wouldn't.
According to what I just found out, no, they wouldn't.
Right.
It would severely mess them up.
Yeah.
I mean that could be a thing because obviously they need water, so you salt their water supply. You can
There's
kill
a
them.
lot
There's
of
a big
things.
puddle of water down below.
A lot of things we could do. Okay, let's go explore.
All right, he takes you through the castle, and he passes a staircase that goes down.
Where are we?
I'm kind of doing it theater of the mind because
Okay,
I don't
that's
know
fine.
the room layout very well
That's
on
fine.
this castle. There are probably close to 100 locations in this castle, and I am leaving out 90 of them.
That's fine.
Because I just can't.
Yeah. No, there's only
um,
one place I really want to.
He takes you past a particular staircase that goes down, and like you might notice this and think like, "Hey, why aren't you going down here?" And then he makes there are otiug down there. It eat.
Otiog. What is
You know what that is, right?
An otiog?
Or an otiug?
Not off the top of my head. It's been a while.
If
I
you
did
ever,
get the new monster manual though.
if you've ever
It's
seen
freaking huge.
Star Wars: A New Hope, when they go
Wait.
down into the garbage chute, there's a monster.
Oh,
in there that's
yeah,
eating
yeah.
The garbage. That's a
Okay.
lot like an otiug.
Okay.
So he tells you otiug down there. Avoid.
Okay. So no go that way.
Yep. This is the same place that you went by before, that I described the last session, where you would have to like walk up the stairs to get to level 2, and you'd have to go across a level of ooze. He's warning you, don't go there.
Okay.
And he takes you over to the opposite corner, and this one descends down, and the deeper you get into it, the chillier it gets, and the nastier it smells.
Nice.
Perfect conditions.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
dwarfs.
Little drips of
Oh,
water, like
musk.
kind of seeping through the cracks in the stone walls. Not severely, not like a stream of water, but enough that it's a very wet environment. Let me see if I think I got a drawing of. Honestly, I had no idea where you were going to go, so.
That's fine.
Beneath the
In the
castle.
basement.
Okay. Everywhere the walls drip water and the floor is slick with moisture. The temperature is a steady 50 degrees. The ceilings, unless otherwise noted, are going to be 10 feet tall. 10 feet tall. There is no light after in these caverns. And you hear the sounds of faint dripping water, scratching rodents, and scrabbling lizards. You also notice that any sound you make doesn't travel very well. So you do actually have a little bit of sound cover, so to speak.
Okay.
You want some light?
Yeah, either a torch or your.
Heck
or
yeah. Cantrip.
Yeah, cantrip.
Casting light on.
I might have a map for where we're going.
Casting light on my warhammer. Ching! I pull my warhammer out.
Nice. Nice. Maps.
Which makes it even more fun when I swing with it because then it's a moving light, so it blinds people. How you doing? It's like I'm wielding a ball of light.
You're funny. Okay, I'm just gonna quick throw together a map here so that I can give you something.
Are dragon scales light?
No, they're heavy.
They're heavy.
Yeah.
I think you come in from area 1. Okay, so now I'm gonna move you to the map. See if it updates properly. Okay, so that's the only area you can see right now. I'm not doing dynamic lighting. I'm just gonna draw and reveal the rooms as.
Dynamic lighting.
How's the sizing on the map
It's
here?
a little bit bigger. Ooh, another way. There we go.
There we go. All right.
Perfect size. I'm gonna put you.
I might pull out the physical book for this just to make it easier.
Get the dimensions. It's not gonna go that far this way.
Oops.
Yeah, right.
Too far.
Doesn't look like it's gonna go too far this way either.
Room 1. Okay. The steps down from the tower you descended from spill out into this chamber. This chamber does have a lantern in it. This is the exception to what I said about no light. This one does have a light, but it's going to be the only
You
one.
looking for a lizard?
Yep.
Yeah. I was saying the same thing. We have a lizard.
There's
Like, hey, go first.
the last lighting of the castle hangs next to the entrance steps, and this chamber is empty.
Where do you have your Helio with the figures?
It should be
Oh,
in there.
there it is. Very top. There you go.
Sweet.
You do hear the sound of dripping water coming from the. Well, I guess I'll have to ping. You hear it coming from this direction and this direction. So there's clearly, according to your intuition, a pathway out in both of those directions. Make sense?
Sweet.
So up here there are steps that go down, and these are steps that go up.
So I guess,
Is Snap
what exactly are we?
Is he still leading us?
Yes, he is. Yep. Thank you for reminding me. I got caught up with the map.
And I did give
just
him.
let him-
I did give him that coin. So
He has brought you down to the lower level, so
Yeah.
now he needs to know where you want to go.
I feel like it'd be too. If we said we want to see the treasure hoard, but
Take us to the treasure.
Well, you could disguise your intent by being vague and acting like you don't know what you're talking about.
is there anything like cool down here? I'm asking him.
There is circle behind door. Cannot get.
Circle behind door. Oh, portal.
Circle behind door. Can I see this door?
Yes, follow.
It's way over here and we uncover the whole map. Yes.
All right, you want to go towards me.
See, and this is how we expedite chapters.
It is, isn't it? You get a guide.
Yep.
Okay, so room 9.
Smirnoff, not the water. Stay out of the water. His foot's off.
He does point out that there are muddy footprints down here. He says, "Look, bullywug
Bullywugs.
footprint.
Oh, bring on the bullywugs. They wanted to bring us down here anyway, so we might as well help them out a little bit.
Right.
No lizard folk come here."
So okay, well, you don't have to worry about nothing.
As you walk into room 9, you find an interesting sight here. There is a wooden crank-powered crane that is set up on a ledge, so that you can kind of see the ledge on the map.
Okay.
You are higher up. You're on the upper portion of the cliff there.
Okay.
Yep,
This is
right
high,
where
this is down.
Yep. And so it's roughly where you just put them. Yeah, that's where the crane is, and it has the sort of tackle on it that would be used to pick up a crate.
So we could possibly use it to get down. How far down is it?
That's what I'm trying to find here. Oh, there it is. There's a 15-foot drop. So, you could probably. Well, you couldn't. You could probably figure out how to use a crane.
I don't know. I could roll.
Getting ahead of myself.
Really good here.
Good.
Schmirg off. Lower step.
I'm gonna inspect it. See if I can figure out how it works.
Go ahead and do an investigation check.
Is it pretty sturdy?
Dirty 20.
Yeah, I got a 25-foot rope. You guys laugh at my short rope. 25-foot rope right there. Boom.
It's a dwarf-sized rope.
Takes us right down. 15 feet.
Extra to spare.
Yep.
You see that there's a locking mechanism on the crank, so you could set the rope at a particular height and then lock it so that the crank won't move, so nothing would drop from the crane. And if you were to carefully climb out onto the ledge just a little bit in front of the crane, you could reach out, or in your case, make a short jump and grab the rope and kind of fire pole slide down it
Okay.
to the ground without much trouble, without getting hurt.
Yeah.
What do the footprints do here?
They're all about the crane, and none of them go towards the cliff. So clearly, bullywugs come in here, they operate the crane, and then they go back the way they came from.
This is. I mean, it's probably where they take the crates.
I go over towards the edge and I go like this with my hammer and I look down.
You see a misty room with mist flowing out of an unseen area.
Is
to
that
you.
Is that where I can hear more like water?
You still hear dripping of water and like rodents moving around and stuff, but there's nothing that would cause alarm. You don't hear any bullywugs. This mist seems to be quite dense, like it hovers about 3 feet, like a pillow above the floor of this dungeon.
Snapjaw, do you know why there's mist in here?
Seems weird. Unless there's a
Seems a little
waterfall.
No.
No.
They don't.
I know no.
He don't come in here.
Is
Does
magic.
he look nervous or anything at all?
Not really.
Okay, cool.
He probably could bluff his way out of a situation if he had to. He's not particularly concerned.
Well, let's make our way down.
How intelligent are you? 1. Okay. Not 30.
Well, we're not going to rely on your intelligence tonight, are we?
Was that for your intelligence or?
Yep. So that's like a -2.
Oh, what?
-2.
Oh, no. Chris, that's horrid.
Luthor forgot his name.
Sounds accurate. Par for the course.
Elf of what?
Where are we?
Where'd my bed
My name
Why is there a cloud down there?
Clan Fornil, and I am king of the shrews. And I am here to establish mine kingdom to the edges of.
go? Those smell good.
Terrell.
Those might be just as evil as those dang golden sriracha ones.
They're pretty tasty. There's a bowl over there if you want some.
They're gonna be just as bad.
Oh,
Dang it.
I've never had this flavor.
I like them.
I haven't either.
Really?
I don't have the spicy sweet chili.
Oh, dude, they're fire.
I like these. This is called Squatch Bros Banjo Haunted Swamp. That's what the music is called.
Mm.
I have no idea what that means, but it sounds great.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go down.
Those are evil.
They are evil.
Ooh, they got nice. They got better spice kick than the sriracha.
You got a little bite.
Nice.
Okay. You enter room 10. You see that there is
So how do we get down there? Someone operate the crane, or do we fire?
You can pull down.
You can fire pull down the rope if you want to.
Okay, yeah.
It's easy.
Yes. I did 11.
Yeah, that would pass.
He might not have even seen the rope though.
That is true. I did roll a negative 2.
I guess I should have you do an athletics check. You just got to beat a 5. That's all. It's easy enough. Just don't get a 1.
20 dirty.
Well, I have a +5 to my athletics.
Oh. So as long as you don't crit fail, you're not gonna get hurt.
Yeah, nope, we're good.
Okay.
Let's wait for him to go
Snapjaw
2.
goes hand over hand down the rocks
9.
instead. He walks down climbs down the rocks.
That's cool.
I'll show off.
He's got claws for fingers. He doesn't want to cut the rope. And so 10 opens up into 3 new chambers. So you can go any of those 3 chambers, but Snapjaw takes you to
Look at this expediting.
this one here.
Well, I mean, the mist. Where's the mist level? Is it, like here to me?
How tall are you again? Like 3'5"?
4 foot.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Not
it's to
bad.
your shoulders. Yeah. He takes you to this chamber here that I just revealed. And let me see
We're going to the
here.
door.
There's a wrought iron gate here that has a padlock on it. And beyond it, you can see a, let's see here. You see a circle carved into the floor, and it's red, which is odd because the stone isn't. Where it's a little hard to see because of the mist obscuring it. If you wanted to try to move the mist, you might get a better idea of what it is.
Move the mist.
Yeah, you're a magic user. Maybe you have gust of wind or something.
I do, but I don't want to waste it on that.
Don't be a gamer and save all your spells for the last moment.
Am I wearing a cloak or anything? Like
Probably.
an adventurer's cloak? Or
Yeah, like
something?
you could use it to
Yeah.
fan the mist.
Take it off and kind of
That's a good idea.
fan it.
Okay, it takes quite a bit of effort and a little bit of time, but eventually it moves away enough that you can tell this is not just your average like rune carved into something. It's like a 10 by 10 circle, or I mean a 10 by 10 circle in the floor. It has. Let's see if I can give you an image of what that
And right
looks like.
before we clear it all out, I cast fog cloud.
Be like,
Try
"God
again, sucker.
damn it."
Try again, man.
Let's see if I can
You
find it.
said not to waste my spells.
Dewsmere was having fun in the clouds, and I just took it away, so he casted more clouds.
Could I have you change to the drawings tab real quick?
Holy cow.
There you go.
You see all those pointy-headed people?
Yeah, you weren't supposed to see that yet. That's what the circle looks like.
Okay.
And so, any thoughts?
You stand here, I stand there.
I'm gonna investigate it and see if I can recognize anything in this circle.
It's a little hard since the gate is in front of you. Keeping you.
So it's a gate and then the circle on the other side?
Uh huh.
The gate has a padlock?
Yep.
I have thieving tools. Can I try to...
Yep.
I was gonna say, does he have a key? I mean, he's trying to take us to where the door is.
No have key.
Do you care
Is
if I
this
pick the
always
lock
locked?
and try to get in here?
He doesn't really know what to think because he is not a cultist, and so technically you should be able to
There could
do
be-
whatever you
Could be
think.
shiny stuff over there.
You do what you want.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna try to pick it with my thieving's tool.
Awesome.
How do I do that? I've never picked anything yet.
Well, it's a sleight of hand check made with advantage, or I mean proficiency. Sorry,
Sleight of hand +5. Come on.
With proficiency?
with proficiency.
So what does that mean? I add my
Your
proficiency bonus?
Yep.
Proficiency bonus. Holy cow. Just get a good roll.
21.
Ooh! All right. In the midst of working with it, you notice that this is a trapped lock.
Fuck.
If there's a trap and you die.
But you rolled really high, so you didn't set the trap off.
Oh.
It inside of the tumbler lock, there's a trapped pin, and as you were pushing on it, you realize this pin is not your average pin. It's designed to cause the. I don't think about trapping locks, I guess, in real life. So basically, boom, you're dead if you push that pin. But you find it, and you manage to skip over that pin, and click.
So if I would have
It
rolled
opens.
bad, I literally could have died there.
Yes.
Oh shit.
Boom. You just blew us all up.
I need to check these things more better before I really go for it. But would there have been any other way to like see if it was
Investigation.
trapped? Investigation.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I should have done that.
Maybe
I have
Arcana.
a spell for that, but I mean, I normally don't
I
study
have.
that spell.
I don't generally trap a lot of items because I've had parties who were just absolutely paranoid that everything was trapped. So I don't generally trap everything, but once in a while I do put one in.
This seems pretty important though, so it probably would have been.
I am like the dude from, Star Wars. It's a trap, get next. It's a trap. It's a trap.
It's a trap.
Everything's a
Admiral
trap.
Akbar.
and, yeah,
Well, I'm glad you didn't
everything.
do what that one DM did to you.
Death save.
Yeah, you got a 21. This was a 25.
Yeah. No, I thought 21 was pretty reasonable. Actually, the more advice I hear from other DMs is like, don't make checks absurd. Like if there's if you encounter Thanos, the check should be hard. But if you encounter just something normal that should exist in reality, it's probably not going to be that difficult to work it out. You just got to figure out how.
Well, that's the whole thing. Like, for if you are not supposed to be in there, and you're going to try to get in there no matter what, you're just not going to do it. I mean, even if you crit, you may fail.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just
Let's see.
DM prerogative. I mean, that's the whole thing. It's like, well, you need a 30 to get in here.
Neither of you guys are colorblind, are you?
No.
Okay. I have a player in the other game who is red colorblind, so he can't see anything, and unfortunately for him, the only color that's really super obvious in Roll20 is red. So I have a really hard time showing him things.
Right.
So I've marked on the map tab where the teleportation circle is. And so
It's teleportation show.
it's big enough. Well, I thought that was obvious.
No, we just thought it was a nice little.
I'll take
Sure
it.
you did. Sure you did.
Okay.
Sure you did. Stop faking it. It's big enough that all four of you could actually stand in there without exceeding the max capacity. You could probably hold some stuff too.
That sounds fun.
So, if you want to see how much your character knows about teleportation circles, roll me an Arcana check.
Okay.
Yours is going to be pretty bad.
-2. No. Yeah, -2.
What's
23.
teleportation?
Teleport.
23.
Teleporting.
Dude,
Circles like
You
this.
better explain it to me.
Circles like this require a pass code in order to use. So you can stand in there all you want, but it won't be activated until you speak the word.
Can I look around the room?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Hang on. I got something for you. I'm glad you said that.
So he knew where this room was.
He did. He did.
And there's a gate there.
So
I wonder if he was
also-
ever there and heard them say the word.
Also, I want to look on the ground. What do I see when I look like?
Nothing on the floor. It just seems this is now a stone floored room instead of a muddy room, which I forgot to mention when you walked in.
Leading up to it, were there prints and stuff?
Not so much. No.
Not so much.
There might have been some old tracks from a while ago. It hasn't been used in a little bit. Tracks in mud kind of go stale over a couple days, so it could have been used a few days ago, within the week probably. Or at least somebody walked up to the gate. Sorry, there
No,
was
you're
a
good.
particular spot on one of these sheets that had some great resources for what this would look like. Okay, I was thinking the wrong thing. So what I'll do then is that there are some ancient runes carved into the wall that look interesting. They're definitely worn, carved into the stone wall. What languages do you two speak?
Draconic and Elvish.
Okay.
Dwarven and Talon.
Okay, and then
And bad.
bad.
I'm like Bruce Willis.
Let's see what Smirgoff speaks.
Good English and bad English. Just tell
Elvish,
Smirnoff down
giant,
here.
and goblin.
Hey, Smirnoff, go over there, stand there, and say this.
Okay, this is a very old dialect of Elvish, so you get a little bit of something from it.
Why would they use Elvish?
Elves have been around for quite some time.
So this was, yeah. I suppose this would have been. This is old. Then this teleportation circle.
It's pretty old. Okay.
For all we know, this teleportation circle just takes you into the observatory.
Well, we're hopefully gonna find out. I want to see what this is.
Or it takes you into
Okay,
into
it's
hell.
it
Who knows?
speaks of the Arundel family. In that this is the embarking point for a teleportation that will take you to a distant town named Parnast. And that it was erected. The tower on top of the castle was erected for stargazing, and the circle was inscribed for the sake of easy transportation between the two places. And that the Arundel family moved into Castle Narutar long after it had been abandoned by its original owners. And that's about all you get. The rest of it's hard to either read or worn out or is untranslatable.
Snapjaw, is this all that you know of that's down here?
We passed by Bullywugs. If we go back, turn right, there are Bullywugs.
I think that we know that this is there, and that I can get into it, I think is enough right now. I think we keep exploring this
If we can figure out exactly what phrase.
We should figure that out, because it'd be a good escape if
Yeah.
we really needed to.
I mean that could be where they're keeping a lot of the horde. Well, I mean, why not? If it's easy passage, just run that stuff in here and just blink it to wherever it is. I don't know where it is. For all we know, it's 2,000 miles to the north.
So I can't gather of anything of use of what that pass key might be off of these rooms.
No, not from the room, no.
Is there any place in there where you can like you can hide?
No. Not in that room. It would be really hard to hide in there. I mean, unless you could maybe hide beneath the mist, you would need an insane stealth check to hide there. It is dark, but people will come in there with torches.
Right.
So the runes didn't say speak friend and enter?
Good question. No, unfortunately not this time.
So if anything, I'm thinking we could find the answer to it in the observatory, possibly. Because I feel like...
Or we wait until the next shipment comes in and see if it comes down this way and we follow stealthily. Or in my case, just wait behind. Well, you guys stealthily go over there and see if maybe they say it to transport goods.
One sec.
Because the good news is, now that you've picked that lock, you know how to pick the lock and you know the trap is there.
Yes.
So unless you have a really, really bad roll, you know, at least you won't set off the trap.
Correct. And since I've done it before, I could probably get like advantage or something because I know how to do it.
Possibly. That's his discretion. Yes or no? No. That's what you flip all these. This is heads, this is tails. Okay?
Heads I win, tails you
heads
lose.
I win. Oh yeah, it's heads. We're good.
It's a drill for drill this week. My sergeant said 1 minute, or 1 push-up for each minute you're late. I'm thinking, like, I could probably do 60 push-ups.
Is that tomorrow?
No, that's this weekend.
Oh.
I'm going to tell him that and be like, so if I think I could do 60 push-ups, can I come an hour late?
That's a good way to get 120 push-ups instead of 60.
We'll see.
Like, well, you gotta do 2 for every minute now.
We're all pretty close, so he'll probably get a crack out of that. I think, so we're not going to find any answers here. We obviously don't know we know we can get in. We don't know the passcode. So I think we go find those bullywugs. See where that path leads.
We should relock the door.
Yeah, I want to shut the door.
Okay. So you're gonna go back out into 10
Yep.
then? So you got 2 ways you could go in 10 that you haven't been yet.
Schmirgoff, go where it smells the worst.
He says, why me?
Because you're
Why
the
not you?
stealthiest.
Because you are not here.
How am I not here? I am right here.
Here, hold my hammer.
I am right
What would
here,
you like?
literally right in front of you. Starts arguing with you. And the voices echo down the hall, and then you hear.
You first to shoot. You first act.
Yeah, let's go that way.
All
And
right.
I
Well, the
look over
rivet
to
sound comes from this way.
I look over to Snap down and be like, you're going to get a crack out of this, hopefully.
I get cracked. He like says this with confusion. Like,
You're
what?
gonna laugh.
Oh, I laugh.
Comedy.
Haha.
Yeah.
I have the torch, so I'll go first.
All right. It opens up a little bit. This is about all you can see with your lighting. You can see a large pool here. This is room 6. Room 6 is. Okay. When you enter, you see a giant frog sitting still on that island out in front of you. So,
Right here.
this is the island. So,
Please tell me that's my buddy.
Your butt. Oh, I don't think he'd be
Blow him
down.
a kiss.
Maybe he'd be down. Do you have a wind spell or anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do.
Okay. That could be really fun.
No, that's what I was saying, you know. Well, yeah, I have gust of wind, which is, I can do a gust of wind from my position outwards 60 feet.
oh, so now he wants to use gust of wind.
Oh,
Before
yeah,
it was,
no.
oh, I want to save my spells. Now it is, well, I have gust of wind.
For this. This
Well,
is what he was saving.
Yeah, this is what I'm saving it for. Yeah, it lasts up to a minute.
Oh, that's fun.
So pretty much any creature in the line must spend 2 feet of movement for every one. And the gust glare.
What are you doing? Are you gonna gust your friends or the frog?
No,
The
no.
salt.
Oh,
Possibly. We'll see what happens.
The
I
gust
see.
dispenses gas or vapor and it extinguishes candles, torches, and similar unprotected flames. Mm-hmm.
So, a
Okay.
giant frog? Like, how big is this frog?
Like we talking like Frogolith?
Frogamoth?
Frogolith.
no. This would be like, take your average frog, and then you multiply it by 10, and then that's your giant frog.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
That was a fun fight, that Frogamoth. That was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, each creature that starts their turn in the line must succeed on a strength saving throw or get pushed 15 feet away from me in the direction following the line.
So is that a little ledge on the left side that I can see?
Yeah. That is correct.
Does Froggy see us?
Mm-hmm. You can see him kind of like the frog gulping thing as he's watching you with
Is this-
fixated eyes.
Is this like a cliff, or is it just like kind of, not just like a little walk path?
It's level.
next
It's
to-
it's
Okay, cool.
water level.
I wanna go that way possibly.
You want it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
As you go in, you hear a rabbit, and then it jumps into the water and makes a kind of a loud splash.
A little freaky going
And now
but-
you hear off in the part of the cavern that you can't see because you don't have enough vision for it, just because of the fog, not so much because of the light. You hear more rabbit, and sploosh, sploosh. And the sound subsides, and you see ripples in the water moving towards you.
Maybe we should back up.
Well, what does Mr. Lizard?
Does he look a
guy,
little
does he-
freaked out, or does he?
He's hanging back a little bit. You be careful.
I'm gonna have my salt in hand. I'm just gonna have my bag of salt right here. If a tongue comes up to try to get it, I'm gonna hand.
That'd be really funny to watch.
I'm gonna hand both of you guys a little handful of salt too, just for. Because I'm assuming you're smeared off right now for.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess so. All right, I got the salt.
Yeah. You guys got.
I have a little bit of fun playing for these guys.
Yeah. We'll keep moving, and we got a little handful of salt.
Taryn, those ripples seem to be moving our direction.
Yeah, I see that. Have your salt ready. Just.
And then the surface is broken by one frog as it is sort of doing its frog swim to get to you. And then you see another one come surface. And then in rapid succession, a bunch more, and they're all making a beeline towards you. So roll initiative.
Can we?
Sweet.
Can we see more?
Or
no?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I'm like, Seymour, what are you talking about? My name's Dan.
Oh, there's a little inlet.
Yes. Yeah, I'd say they attack you kind of right where you are. So we might want to zoom in just like one bit, just to get us the same size as the grid there.
I hope I'm on the map.
Is that adequate? Adequate?
It should be, but you know, these guys need to be careful.
The frogs or us?
Yes.
No, the frogs. The frogs. I'm not
I have
going
the-
to attack.
Oh, you have them?
Yeah.
I'm like,
How
somebody
many?
must have been hungry. They ate them all.
How many do you want?
Well, I need
we
7 frogs.
I have no plans to attack.
Oh, sweet. Oh, yeah, you do. With a pixie riding
With a
on
little
the back.
pixie on it.
I have no plans on attacking.
Wearing a cape. It's a superhero pixie.
Yeah, I don't really want to attack these guys either, but we'll see.
Oh, there's a hand in the mouth of the frog.
Oh, I'm gonna tell
Did you
them.
notice that?
What?
There's a little hand sticking out of the mouth.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
It's not the tongue. Oh!
What the heck's the leader's name again?
The what?
The frog's leader's
Oh.
name.
Farblex
it's
Spattergoo.
Dude, my intelligence is not big enough to say his.
We're using little mushrooms. So.
Give me Spattergoo.
So,
Take me to your
I wouldn't
Spattergoo.
say that you necessarily should be worried about this encounter, but
Well,
you definitely attracted attention.
right.
So that's 4 so far. You got 2 more in your hand there?
You need one more?
1 more.
Okay.
That
Yeah,
one
you know
has
what, though.
ESP.
That's what?
He has ESP, extra special personality.
Here's a little dog.
Little dog?
Little fire dog.
Oh, interesting. What kind of... Oh, he's wearing a party hat. These are really strange minis, but they're funny. I didn't even know we had that one.
Yeah, oh yeah. There's some interesting little creatures in there.
All right. Do you want to be our tractor for tonight?
Yeah.
I think it's below your sheet there. There's a pen here. So oh, you got a crack in your phone.
Oh yeah.
That's a bummer.
That's what I get for playing at the park with Rowan.
Oh.
Phone in my pocket.
Did it happen recently?
Not really, no.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I've got an 8 for the frogs, so not great.
Good.
Yeah, you might just kill them all before it turns their turn.
15.
You got 15 too?
Yeah.
I got 15 as well.
Well, you're way ahead of me. Because you have much higher dexterity.
Mm-hmm.
That's a tiebreaker.
Oh, is it? Okay. So you.
Because even though you rolled a 10.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, your dexterity bonus is higher.
It's maxed out actually.
Mm-hmm.
So 8 for frogs. Put you at 14.
No, where's the average? We're at this video.
And what about Smearhawk?
Oh, yeah. You should roll for him. I got his sheet.
19 plus whatever his deal is.
Okay, we'll take the 19.
Or no, that's an 18. Sorry, 18 plus whatever his.
24.
Yeah, 24.
Okay, I'll put him at 20.
My sheet's a little out of date for him, but it shouldn't make a huge difference for this fight.
So he's gonna take improved initiative as his next feat. he's gonna have plus 11 to his initiative.
Just pull up a.
He already has +6.
Pull out a max ranger
Level 20.
character sheet. Yeah, use that. All right. So, poor frogs.
Poor
Oh,
frogs.
I'm wondering if we should.
About to get slaughtered.
Maybe. Depends.
Should we kill him? Or should we like sort of be like
We have salt.
take us to Mr. Spattergoo.
I would say they're close enough. You realize these are not sentient frogs.
So they're just
These are just giant frogs. They're not bullywugs.
that are hungry.
They're
Yep.
not bullywugs.
Yep.
Oh, then have at it. Dude, friggin' Smeargolf's gonna kill like 4 of them right now with friggin' multiple bullets.
Yeah, that's
Smeargolf's turn.
Oh. I'm going to use Roll20 as multiple dice roller. All right.
It's not even gonna get to my turn, man.
Oops.
He's gonna kill 4 of them.
You just revealed a
You're
room
gonna
that I
kill the other
wasn't supposed
2 or
to.
3 of them.
Okay, did that roll? Oh, it did. Okay, 17, 16, 18, and 9.
What is plus?
Okay, so he hits 4 shots. Now, how much damage does he do on average?
He does. I think it's his crossbows are.
They're heavy.
Aren't they die 8s?
He's got light crossbows.
I thought they were heavy crossbows.
Oh, they are heavy.
They are heavy.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad you said something because I
Die
definitely
8
thought they were
plus
light.
dexterity
Yeah, he's
modifier.
got some weird thing to where his forearms are just built like tree trunks, so he can dual wield heavy crossbows.
4d10. So I might split these among different enemies.
Are they D10?
Yep.
They're,
I just looked it up.
well, because I don't think he rolls D10s.
No, I think
he rolls
die
D.
6.
Is
Or
it
die 8.
Die 8s.
Not for heavy crossbows.
Or
Heavy crossbows D10.
what would a die 8 be? Would those be medium or light?
I think that's light.
Okay, if that's the case, then it is a light.
I don't
crossbow.
think he rolls a die 10 for
Yeah.
his damage.
Oh, is that what you're
That's
saying?
what we're saying, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's usually hits for anywhere between like 10 and 14.
Okay.
But he gets like his dexterity modifier plus like he's got like the
Yeah.
crossbow feet and
Yeah.
all kinds of other stuff. So he gets like a plus 6 or something dumb to his.
Yeah, I think it's like a +5 or something.
Come on. Work with me here. Why are you like this? Items. Light crossbow. It's 1d8 for
Yeah,
light crossbow.
okay, so that's what it would be.
So you could roll
Yeah.
4d8. Okay. All right. Now, one of them was a nat 1, so he hits again on that same one. He gets a 3. He's like, that's not enough damage. He hits again for an 8. That kills the frog closest to him. And then he's got 6 left over, which goes to the purple guy, which makes him damaged. So
Those are rings.
I know I lost track of where they are. I forgot to collect more of them. I got a Coke bottle here. Maybe I can extract one.
I got one here too.
Sweet. These are.
This one's a little bigger, but
That's okay. Oh man, I just trimmed my fingernails. I can't get it off. I'll have to do it after the battle. Oh, there it is. It's in the middle of the table. There you go.
okay.
So yeah, purple guy is hurt a little bit.
Damaged.
The other one goes. As 3 shots go into it. He just falls to the ground, motionless and without a sound.
Do you
splashes
wanna-
into the water.
Do you want to use your druidcraft or what's it called?
He's got Druidcraft.
I feel like
It's-
that does extra like 3 damage or something like that.
I'm not sure. I have to look it up.
I have no idea because it's a 2024 thing.
We definitely don't have to. We can.
No, this guy's gonna.
You're gonna
these guys are
slaughter
gonna-
without it, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna use my crossbow or not my crossbow, my short bow for right now.
Okay. That will hit.
Seven. On that one that's injured.
The injured one?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that killed it.
Okay, he is dead.
Think or you know?
I'm pretty sure he's dead. Actually, I know he's dead. Was he damaged for 8?
Yeah, he was.
There's 3.
Yeah. He was damaged for 8.
Oh yeah, he's dead.
Nice. Another condition ring. Every week we'll add to our collection.
Yeah, we will.
Okay. So that one goes down. And do you still have action economy left? I would think so.
I have movement.
We should probably try to protect him, I'm going to attack one of these guys back here.
Okay. Do you have to move to do that?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Okay.
No, I'm casting. I mean, I could kill them all right now, but what's the fun in that? There's no fun in that.
So confident.
I could. I'd wake the entire tavern, and I would probably piss off the people above. But
I mean, I probably could have too. I could have used Burning Hands upcasted. In that.
But level of threat, right? You're trying to gauge.
It's like yeah.
Yeah, I don't
It
want
could
to
be
do
worse.
it that loud, you know.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. Excuse me. Oh, darn. It goes up when you. Oh, that's nice. Were you moving? I'm sorry. You were thinking about moving.
Nah, I'll stay where I'm at.
Okay. Dexterity saving throw on this guy.
Okay. It's probably going to be pretty good. Nope.
Sweet!
8.
So a searing ball of light, divine energy, goes towards that guy for 10 points of damage.
Ooh, nice. He is bloodied.
An 8 and a 2. Neat.
I like those caps, those rings.
I do too. And there's people that sell them, but why buy them if you can just make your own?
Right.
So a flame-like radiance descends upon the creature that I can see within range. The target gains no benefit from any cover on the saving throw.
So he tries to wash off the radiance and the bullet. It's not
So
enough.
this guy is radiantly bloody.
It burns, and follows him into the water.
And
It's like a grease fire.
Yeah.
I'm going to move.
He's going to move.
4, 5, 6. Can I see more here?
Oh, yes. I'm used to dynamic lighting doing that for me.
How far does it go down this way?
Oops, that was the wrong way.
I didn't move
There you go.
anything.
No,
Okay.
I just did the wrong thing.
How far does it go this way?
A good bit more.
Should we move it?
Just want to
I
be
wouldn't
careful.
for the moment because
Okay.
there's no enemies
No.
down there.
No
Okay.
reason to.
No, yeah. I would let you know if there were.
I was gonna say if
I
there
don't
are,
wanna be a
I
cheap
definitely
shot.
would need to hear it. But I am
Yeah.
coming this way with my light.
Okay.
You know what character I think would be fun to play too? Something like a Drax, where like he tries to make every fight that he has more difficult, so he'd like jump in the water with daggers right now just to make it harder.
That'd be good. Wonder how long I can hold my breath.
These puny frogs, you get into the water with them.
Okay. Does that end your turn then?
Yeah, that ends my turn.
Froggies. Okay. So there's 2 near Snapjaw. And I think they'll attack first.
No, not Snapjaw.
Yes. Gotta grab my Snapjaw stat block, which is just a lizard folk. Okay. Oh, that's hard to read because the print is printed over itself. Okay.
The good thing is, this is gonna be difficult for him because it's a very narrow corridor. I think he can only get one person here that can attack him. I don't think the person here can attack him at full. At full. I mean, it'd have to be like almost half cover.
Well, they do hop forward one space. I just bothered moving it. So they're gonna both move forward like that. Roughly. Purple guy hits. Gray guy misses. And he does.
There's a reason why I moved here, because now I can see him.
Only 5 damage to Snapjaw. So Snapjaw's okay. Those two are done with their turn. Now these 3 ignore you and move up. They would all move within melee range of Terran and Smirgoff.
Ribbit.
No particular.
And Ribbit?
Yeah, that works. So one's gonna attack Terran.
They all attack Smirgoff.
Okay.
We're gonna attack for 12 will sure miss. Okay, and then 2 on Smirgoff, a 19 and a 6 will miss, but 19 might hit.
19 barely hits, I think.
Yeah. My sheet is too out of date. I don't have access to his sheet on D&D Beyond anymore.
I think his AC is, I think it's like right around there. 18 or 19.
So then he would do 7 damage to Smirgoff. So I will just...
It's a good amount of damage. These little
That's
frogs.
not a smart idea, guys,
There we
because
go.
he is crossbow expert. He does not get any kind of disadvantage to firing.
Is that
And
them?
because becomes his turn,
Yeah.
so he gets...
What about his turn?
Oh, we
Forgot about
never
him.
rolled for him.
We'll just put him after the frog.
Yeah.
Thank
Put him
you.
after the frogs, and
Totally
he's gonna pimp slap this guy.
It's not what I expected to hear tonight.
Come on, Crisp, you better get that one. He's like pimp slap.
19 for 5 damage. Okay.
Woo! Okay.
So let's see.
He's got 15.
He gets not.
Yeah. Who wants to be the lizard folk who eats the dot?
Heck yeah. I already grabbed one.
Goodbye.
Okay. Now it's Terran's turn. Sorry. All right.
Throw your handful of salt on one of them, see what happens.
He throws his handful of salt, and the frog's eyes immediately start closing, like trying to see, and it stumbles back into the water and disappears out of sight.
Gone.
And so Smirgoff uses his 4 rolls to attack one frog. Probably. 3 out of 4 of them hit, and so he would do 13 damage, absolutely almost slaughtering. You might as well just kill that one.
This one?
Yeah. It will move to Terran.
Sar.
Tonight's really expedited. Even the battle is.
I'll get to eat him.
I'm I still have my handful of salt. I'm gonna throw it on that little guy right there.
Ribbit. Well, this guy tries to get it off with his tongue, and then he jumps into the water and swims away, and causes
And then-
initiative to almost drop. I forgot. There's one more frog.
Yeah. Can I shoot him with my with my short bow?
As he retreats, or the
No,
other
that
guy. Yeah, you could. Yeah.
I don't think I can do enough to kill him, but. Uh, 23.
That for sure hits.
5 damage.
Okay, doesn't kill him. Wounds him. Okay. I'm pretty sure you know what to do.
Oh yeah. Roll dexterity saving throw.
7. Wow.
Oh heck yeah. Ooh, 14 damage. Radiant. Boom!
Okay, now he's dead.
Goodbye.
8 and a 6. I like these die 8s. Let's go. Go, die 8s.
Okay. Alright, well that ends the battle.
We really don't like frogs.
No, you don't.
I asked Snapjaw, you okay? You good?
I'm fine. Think.
Oh yeah. Did you have fun?
Yes.
That's all that matters.
I killed a little bullywug.
Yes. It's a good time.
Technically, he didn't kill anything, but he had a good time.
I hand him a handful of salt. Be like, do with this what you want. Whenever you come across a frog.
I'm actually going to move this up a little bit more.
Okay. So I'm trying to get some appropriate tunes going here.
So is this like elevated? This here? Is this like all elevated compared to like the walking surface in which we're on? See how it like, comes up? Has a white border.
That's more of a wall, actually.
So it is a wall. It goes higher. So it's like this here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, dang it.
So this is like
That's
a
too much like a harbor.
column goes up floor to ceiling.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
This is, I'm trying to find music that.
I'm gonna go here, and my light goes 20, and then I get dim light to 20.
Yeah, slightly obscured by mist, but you can see a little more.
Okay. Cool.
So you basically found the pool.
Hey, it's the pool, guys. Don't be in the pool.
Okay. Let me check here.
That's a decent sized pool. We need a lot of salt if we're gonna contaminate that pool.
Yeah. We need the whole barrel.
Probably and then some.
Yeah.
Can we tell how deep it is? If we put our head below the mist line and look.
Great question. Let's find out. It at most is 15 feet deep.
Okay.
It's not ridiculously deep. I mean, it's deeper than your average swimming pool. I think personally in my life, I've only ever made it to like 12 feet before the pressure of my ears was really bad. So I don't know what it's like to swim 15 feet down. You do hear a bit of a scuffle off in the distance. Can't tell which direction it's coming from. Echoey cave and all that. Right as your fight ends.
Can Snapjaw tell which direction it's coming from?
He seems to be as confused about it as you. Sound. Where from?
I extinguish my light and I cast light again, but I do it in red.
Ooh.
Any reason?
Dimmer light. Dimmer light, we can still see just fine and stuff like that, but it's a dimmer light.
Harder, yeah. Well, let's just keep going.
Do we want to go down?
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Okay.
This is stairs, I'm assuming, going up.
Yeah, that would be accurate. Yeah. Okay, when you go down there, you see it opens up to a smaller pool. You can see large tadpoles in the water.
Oh, okay. It's the breeding grounds.
Oh gosh.
Yep. Also, you stumble right into 2 bullywugs.
Nice. So guys,
Hey, what you doing here?
Oh, what?
Get this lizard out of our sight.
Well, there's nothing down here, so we don't really need to make a scene with these guys.
it's all good. We just got turned around.
Yeah, turned around. We'll leave.
Yep. Yeah.
They let you go.
Deuces.
Sweet.
Thanks to your leader. So either
We go back.
Might as
and
well.
we go.
Yeah. Either we go back and we go up this way, or we go up here.
Let's go. I think we go back and go deeper.
I want to make sure that. We don't like run into friggin' Mr. Crazy, whatever you call it.
Barblex Spattergoo?
You want to just?
No,
See,
no, no. I want to run into him.
You want to
Oh.
see what's up that way then?
I think we're here.
Yeah.
We might as well just go ahead and come up this way and see what
Okay.
is at the top of the stairs.
We'll say Smeargoff agrees. So, yeah, let's go this way. Okay, 5.
I am consistently searching for traps because, there's traps everywhere. Woo! 10!
Oh, that pretzel did not get chewed enough.
Oh, wait, investigation.
Ow.
7.
It's a completely empty room, actually.
Sweet.
There's nothing in here.
Okay, keep going.
There's nothing all the way down here.
Yep. Opens up to a new chamber,
Hmm.
which has an exit in it. This is 4. Okay. So this would stop you from entering, probably. You hear you hear lots of insectile sounds
Insectile.
coming from the walls of this chamber in front of you. Many, many, many like clicking sounds, little slithering sounds.
Snapjaw, you have any idea what that sound is?
Sound like food.
Oh.
Sound like food?
Sound like food.
Oh, hell yeah. Have at it, boy.
And he steps in there and he grabs, he looks over at the wall and he pulls out a massive centipede, bites the head off of it.
Nice.
Take good. You
Okay.
want?
No, I'm good. No, you have that. That's all you. Thank you.
Oh, you
More from me.
Yeah, more for you. Just not munching on it.
know where that staircase goes?
Not sure. Find out. And he goes up there.
I like that.
He ushers you in front of him so he can take any centipedes that chase you.
Nice.
Okay, this is. It's the mud room. That's an
You keep
interesting name
eating.
for it. Okay, so this room is flooded with 1 foot deep, sticky, reeking mud. So it's very hard to walk through here.
1 foot deep.
Yes.
Oh, good lord, I'm screwed. It's up to my neck.
We're just looking in right now. I don't really
We haven't
wanna
like gotten in
go
yet.
in there.
Yeah. You can tell that it's been disturbed quite recently in an interest.
It's the Bullywug's mud bath.
You got it. I was
Yep.
trying to
The
figure out a way to
cesspool.
describe it.
Yep.
This is where they roll around and they enjoy the filth like a pig would.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Yep.
Hell no.
Let him go eat some more and we'll just move the
He grabs another centipede.
Is it good?
Savory.
What if I tried a piece?
You use some of his use some of the salt on it.
It's really juicy. It has this gamey flavor at the same time, and I would guess it's like eating larvae or mealworms.
Good protein,
But
though.
yeah, it's kind of gross to humans unless you live in Africa or something like that.
Have you seen the
Switched around here.
the Johnny Depp Willy Wonka?
Oh yeah.
Where
Bits and pieces.
he's up in the trees and the chieftain of the Oompa Loompas gives him that mashed up caterpillar juice and he's like and just takes like a little
Yep.
yeah. Basically what happened.
I wouldn't blame you for doing that. Gross. All right, you see steps. I think these ones go up.
Okay.
10 to 11. I'm having a page turn a lot here.
Things don't want a piece of us.
Okay.
It's all good.
Let me check here. Okay, there's do some in. We're gonna have some checks in here. Perception for the first one as you
Sweet.
walk in.
17.
5.
Wow,
Luckily, I'm good at seeing things.
well, that was weird. It didn't reveal like it was supposed to for you.
Okay.
Not too good at
Okay.
finding things, but I can.
What were the numbers again?
I got a
17.
Okay. Wow, your wisdom's coming in clutch.
Wisdom's good. Intelligence, not so much.
This area used to be just a cavern, but it has been turned into a shrine.
Well, this is a shrine, guys.
Yep, it has distorted notions of religion, is what it says. You
Ooh.
see niches in the walls filled with carvings of frogs, ranging from the size of a fist to the size of a pumpkin. On the floor sit larger carvings, and crude renderings of frogs are scratched into the walls around the niches and colored with chalk. It's now asking for a religion check.
Religion check. 10.
That might be enough, actually.
6.
If not, I'm pretty sure since this guy hates the.
Smeargoff got a 15 plus whatever.
Oh! Plus 0. Okay, you can tell that there are elements of multiple different gods from maybe even different pantheons placed in here out of place. It's disjointed. It like clearly whoever set this up is sort of making his own thing. Maybe he's trying to pull fast
So
one.
this room doesn't make sense.
This room doesn't make sense. You don't recognize who they are, but you know that they come from different pantheons.
Anything valuable in here?
Any divine offerings?
No. How quiet are you being when you come in here, by the way?
I'm normal walking.
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
weren't trying to stealth.
I'm not trying to be stealthy.
Okay.
I'm in chainmail, so I mean it's gonna be.
And what was your
Somewhat.
perception when you walked in here again? It
17.
was 17. You hear movements in the next room. But they're subdued movements. They're not like no one's doing anything loud.
So I let them know behind me because their rolls were not great.
Oh,
Hey,
I'm gonna send my weasel ahead.
here.
Okay.
This way.
All right. The weasel makes his way to what would be room 12. And in room 12, when he walks in, he can see Farblex in there.
Wait, Farley,
Farley.
is that the guy?
Yep. He's the bullywug leader.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, yeah.
So
We gotta have fun here.
you can see him sort of musing. He's not facing towards the weasel. He's facing away from the entryway. And he's kind of pacing back and forth, thinking about things.
Just him.
Just him. Let's see here. He's talking or muttering under his breath. There's a mud-covered chair and a reading table. There's a box of candles and a wooden chest up against the wall.
So we could. So there's many different things we could do.
Oh, we could get some information.
We could get some information. We could plant the seed of doubt.
Well, Syl, I could get in his head.
Oh,
Good.
that's cool. Probably about an hour until your meeting, by the way.
That's fine. We got some time. So
if you want to do something like that, I'd let you take lead and I'd take the back because I'd have to.
Well, we could do it multiple different ways. I just don't know. I mean,
We could do cop bad, cop it.
we do. I was gonna say we do know that they're cowards by themselves. So he could spill.
And he knows that
We have some bad blood.
Well, him and I are.
Yeah. So I'm gonna ask Doothmare and be like, how do you want to do this? Because there's this way we could go or this way we could go, but it's up to you. I know you guys have a little.
Well, the fun thing is, so we know from him that he doesn't really have any kind of allegiance with the cult. So
Right.
therefore, it's one of those things where I don't want to necessarily turn him because I want to kick his ass, but at the same time,
We can do.
this would be the time to get information out of them because we do know that they are.
We can do both. Like I can hit him with spores while you kind of interrogate him a little bit.
Well, I'm almost thinking like you go in there as like good cop with the spores and stuff. You hit him with the spores and you try to talk to him, and I'm just sitting back here stewing all pissed off because I want to kick his ass. and you can be like either you can talk to me and we can have this conversation. We can be friends, or I can let him come at you.
Yeah,
Because he does not like you.
that's true.
You spit in his face, and he is. You remember what he did to your people?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm totally down for that.
Do you want? I could just be in here pacing, instead or pacing. He can be back here, sort of watching your back, and we'll just keep him back there because we don't want him to know that the lizard guy's here, because that might upset him a little bit. That's what I think. That's the play I would go. I would go like, I don't want to talk to him because my character, in all honesty, doesn't like him.
So with the spores, anybody who's infected can hear each other's thoughts.
Well, it depends on what spores you're using. So, are you using the communication spores for basic communication? So, if whoever ingests the spores can hear what Syl wants them to hear, which would be her speaking. She can't just put like a hallucination into their head the same way.
No, so because if I get spores and he gets spores, it's easier for her to communicate to me what he's thinking.
Could you say that again? I didn't follow.
So if I have spores and then he has spores, it's easier for her to communicate to me what this pollywog is thinking.
Yeah, I think so.
But I can't directly hear his.
Right, she would be, yeah, she can't hear his thoughts, but she can put thoughts into his head and he can talk out loud.
Oh, so she can't hear what he's thinking.
Right.
Okay.
I don't think you should do that, because I don't think we should let them know that she's here.
So that's gonna kind of screw up our little dinner party too.
So, what we could do is I could just take the lead. So I can just walk in there and be like, and just smile.
Yeah, I think we all kind of walk in there and be like, "Hey, man, what's up?"
Here's Doothmer.
Okay.
We can go in there, we can cut off his means of exit. And we can interrogate him. I don't know how much he'd actually talk to us. And he will be scared. I would hope. He is a higher level dude.
Do you want to commit to that going in?
I'm waiting here. I want to make sure that we're all on the same page.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely down for that. I was just looking up the telepathy language.
I wish you guys have seen Galavan. I still want to do the Kings thing. Show's freaking hilarious.
So a
I need to go
creature
watch
with,
it again. I've watched it. It's only 2 seasons. I've watched it probably 5 or 6
so a
times.
creature without telepathy can receive and respond to telepathic messages, but can't initiate or terminate a telepathic conversation.
Oh, are you looking up to see if what you're thinking is possible?
Yeah,
I've never thought of using it that way.
because the language is telepathy. A telepathic monster doesn't need to see a contacted creature and can end a telepathic contact at any time. Broken as soon as the two creatures are no longer within range of each other. Can initiate or terminate telepathic while the monster is. So it says they can communicate. So
Do you think it's plausible that it would work for that? Because
So, I think it would, but so the only caveat is that, yes, we could both be infected, but when she talks to me, he's gonna hear what she tells me as well.
yeah, that's kind of what I think too.
So, that's the only thing. Like, if she, she'll be able to hear what she's saying and she can communicate it to me, but then he can hear that as well. Like,
Right.
everyone who's infected can hear what she's saying about,
Could add to
certain
the
things.
chaos.
Yeah, I can't hear his communication directly, but she can reverberate it to me, but he can hear her reverberating it.
Mm-hmm.
He's
You can't-
musing about something religious right now.
So, if anything, I mean, you could do it for a little bit, like for our little dinner party or whatever. She can still do it, hopefully gain some knowledge, cut the telepathy, and then give me the information that way. But
Or you
To
can
do
just
it,
put your-
to
or
do
you can
it.
just put your mouse underneath the table and just listen.
that too. There's ways. I say we just go in there.
I'm gonna cast resistance on myself. And you want me to lead?
Yeah. Yeah.
What are those things in? I was gonna say Hearthstone, but Hearthstone is the same universe as. It's that one RPG. I know you've played.
Hearthstone is World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft. What are the frog people called again?
Froglocks.
Froglocks. You know how they go.
Oh, you're talking about the Murlocs.
Murlocs. That's the
Oh,
one.
yeah.
I was thinking Mirelurk. No, that's
My
Fallout.
My good old buddy Murgle McGurgle. We're gonna tell him to keep watch at the stairs.
Okay. I just imagine Fardlex talking like that.
Right.
Murlocs.
Yeah, we are the last people he is expecting to come down those stairs.
Are you attempting to intimidate? Because there would be an intimidation check here.
I feel like we're catching him by such a surprise right now.
I
don't
am the
think
king of intimidation.
I don't think he's gonna know what to even frickin' think.
I would give you advantage because he's not expecting you. If you do an intimidation.
And he's seen what we've done, and he's by himself.
Uh-huh.
I
And there's
will
3 of
walk
us.
in there with my Warhammer, and my intimidation is a nat 20,
Whoa!
and I go, well. We meet again.
Oh no! This guy's gonna spill. He's got to.
Then give him a kissy face.
I'm just gonna lean. I'm just gonna lean against the wall. Just watch this.
Well.
What are you doing here? Get out. These are my private chamber. I will
Private
report
chambers?
you to Resmir.
You don't even like Resmir.
Ignores that comment.
Get out.
We just started this fun conversation.
I will call my guards.
They won't make it by the time.
We didn't see any guards.
With your intimidation check, he believes you.
You killed my guards.
No.
No.
We don't kill your guards.
I would.
What
Yeah.
do you want? Leave me alone. Don't kill me.
I'm really getting into this frog voice all of a sudden.
Like, I don't want to kill you either. So, how
We
do
want information.
we want information.
Okay. What information would you like? I love that you want information.
So, I think we should find out, why they're here in the first place. What their purpose is.
The Bullywugs or the cult?
The Bullywugs.
They are here to support Resmir. Resmir hired them, and he has cooperated this far.
What do you know about room 13, or the room with the teleport?
He seems unwilling to give you that information.
I wish you were aligned with a little bit of salt torture, but that's fine.
Don't make me roll.
I still have some. Smirgoff speaks up.
Give me your finger.
Just salt bit.
Do you want me to throw it?
Right? You don't even like Resmir.
Throws the salt and flour bags.
It burns. Please stop. I'll tell you what you want to know.
There's more where that came from.
Is that a deception check? Because I think he just threw the last of your salt.
We've been.
No, I
cooking
gave
all
him.
day.
I gave you a handful.
Oh, you
I
gave
just
him
gave
more?
it. Yeah.
Oh.
I still got some.
I see.
I probably have like 8 ounces left.
Okay. Room 13 is the portal room. That's where they take the treasure.
How do you?
What benefit is there to helping Resmir?
For
The
him,
Bullywugs.
there isn't.
Is it?
Then why do you do it?
So he doesn't die. To Voragamthar.
He was threatened to. He was pretty much forced.
Yeah.
That's why they don't want to be here.
The disgusting lizard folks sully their pride and their the cleanliness of their clan, as clean as they are.
Do you guard that gate to that room?
No, he does not. No, basically the lock is all that's necessary.
So he wouldn't have any idea of the incantation. He wouldn't.
He might. He
How do
might.
yeah, I mean, we can ask
Just
him.
because he doesn't have the key or he doesn't go in there doesn't necessarily mean he doesn't know the passphrase to get
Yeah.
through. He is down here. His quarters are right here, so you'd
Yeah.
think that
He would have heard it at some
he
point.
and his clan are the guardians of the.
He would have heard the boom if you had set it off. Boom.
Oh, you had heard something.
He would come running.
Yeah. Yeah, we want to know how to use that teleportation.
He doesn't know how to use it.
Is he?
He's not allowed in there.
He's not allowed in there.
You had to have heard something. Curiosity? Any of your guards, maybe?
None of the bullywugs know how it works. It's beyond them. Beyond their understanding. He would like to know, but he doesn't know.
Oh, you know what?
Maybe we can have a mutual little thing going here.
They
What
use
do you
the-
mean?
use
He
the
asks.
Thing to break it down.
Well, instead of having this little rivalry that we have, maybe we can have a mutual benefit
Understanding.
and understanding.
Rivalry. You're the one who attacked me in the first place.
No,
Well,
no.
That's false. I remember you drawing first blood. So any of your comrades that died were on your hands, unfortunately. We reacted with brute force.
I reacted. I reacted.
That is true. That it's a reaction.
He did, yep.
It is a reaction
I
spell.
reacted to your.
There's our
to
proof.
Uh-huh.
I hold nothing against it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
would like to take him on, 1v1 in the circle of death back in the Fighters Guild, but.
Can you? I was trying to think of how would you describe to him a character sheet you are peeling to the fabric of reality.
Yeah,
Yep. Like,
right.
"Oh, see, I reacted. I can do it 4 times, buddy.
Yeah.
And a long rest.
We could test it out. You could attack and he can react, and then that would prove it to you.
If you want
If
to
you
thunder
wanna find
freaking
out.
clap my ass, we're gonna wake up this whole entire freaking cavern. I'll more than lovely throw you against the other wall.
What is something that you want?
He wants the castle.
You want the castle.
He wants the castle. When the cult's done with it, he wants it to be his.
This is a nice castle for you guys. Seems like very adapted for you.
Yep. Well, he intends on taking it once Rezmir's gone. That's part of the whole. He's hoping will be part of the deal,
It's probably not part of the deal.
but he doesn't know that for sure. So he's hoping.
Well, I could tell you right now that
My intelligence goes, that would be so cool.
I can tell you that that room is too important to give up. To to just leave.
Right.
So unfortunately, that's definitely not part of the deal. But if you help us figure out how to use this, then we could figure out a way to possibly get the cult away from this castle for permanently, because it would be compromised.
There are only 3 of you. How are you going to do this for him? That's what he asks. How will 3 of you manage to pull this off?
Well,
Oh, you think there's 3 of us?
that's also why we want your help.
He's interested.
If we can figure out how to use this portal, basically that, I think, so this is probably the whole reason why this place is here. Why they are using this castle. So that room is extremely important, and if it's compromised in any way, or
It makes me wonder about the other castle, Dragon Spear.
yeah,
If they have a similar portal, they just think that the portal's to hell.
and we know that this portal goes to that town.
This portal goes to Parnast. Yeah.
Yeah, we figured that out from the partial.
What do you
Elvish.
know of Parnast?
What is Parnast?
Yeah, that one thing.
Okay. Apparently that's where this portal goes. So,
It goes beyond the mayor. He doesn't care what happens outside of the mayor.
his whole thing is this place. He wants it.
He wants the swamp to himself, the castle, and all of it. No. If you can get rid of Orgamathar, if you can get rid of the cult from the castle, he'd be all on board for helping.
So should
Doesn't
we-
matter if he doesn't like you or not.
I think if we found a way to use the portal and then see what's on the other side, then possibly destroy it, there's no use for them here anymore.
I don't know if we can destroy the portal. I mean, magic like this is. I mean,
Do you?
yeah. Magic like this would be outside my
Your
understanding.
Because I want their help, and I think with their help we could, because they're all over this place.
Yeah, there's a lot of bullywugs.
We could figure out what we want to know a lot quicker.
Well, one of the big bargaining chips and stuff like that is he doesn't want his people dying. So one of the things is saying we won't. You call truce with your people. We will not kill any more of your kind while at the castle.
He wants the lizard folk gone too. If you get rid of the lizard folk, he'll be a lot more compliant.
And the lizard folk don't really want to be there either, but they're the
Sort of
pack
used and
mules.
abused race because they're less intelligent, not as strong, but they follow orders.
So the only commonality is that the gold comes here and goes to that portal.
Uh-huh.
So if there was a disruption in the gold, they would have to find another way to. It's hard.
We have to be careful with that because I mean,
They'll just come after the bullywugs at that point, probably.
well, even if we convince this race to just take the gold, take it. You know, the
They like
Black
shiny.
Dragon and everything like that's gonna find them eventually. Because once shipments aren't showing up, because they're supposed to meet them to take it the rest of the way, once those shipments don't start coming in,
And
Yeah.
the problem with the dragon is Resmir.
and they love the dragon.
Yes.
So they're gonna do whatever the hell they have to.
Right.
So
but the dragon.
I don't know how. I don't see a way right now that we are going to be able to get rid of them from the castle to appease him.
The only thing would be getting rid of Resmir, which is not easy.
It's not going to happen that easily until their need for this area is no longer, and that could be God knows how long.
Smirgoff's little portal trick. Does that?
Rope trick?
Yeah. Does that like close up, or does it stay open?
So you climb up into it and it closes for a period of up to an hour, I think it is, and then it reopens.
Okay.
And you climb down out of it. It's a little pocket dimension. It's got enough space for I think 8 people, and it's got enough oxygen that you don't suffocate, and that's about it. It's not good for transportation. It's just good for hiding.
I want their help.
So is this? Did you build the shrine room?
No, it's part of the book.
No, like he's asking.
You're asking in character.
Yeah, I'm
Sorry.
asking in character. Sorry.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
There's gotta be a way. Gotta be a way.
So I asked him about the gods. I asked him for information on the multiple shrines that he has built and the gods that he is worshiping, and the reasons behind each one.
Well, they're worshiping Ganador, god of slimes, and Shar, goddess of shadows.
God lot of slimes.
But they're not used in any particular manner. He found these religious icons in the treasure shipments, and he doesn't really know who they are.
Okay.
And then it looks like there's one to Ramenos. I don't know who Ramenos is. Oh, he's a god of one of the ancient creator races. Basically, so you would just glean that he has no idea who these entities are, but he's venerating their icons.
So he's a shaman.
Yeah.
Does he wear a holy symbol?
Yeah, if you go to the other tab, you'll see what he wears. He's got a amulet. Yep, the drawing tab. He's got an amulet around his neck, but it's kind of just. It's a similar situation to the lizard folk. They don't craft metal, and they find metal, and they're attracted to it. So he just found it somewhere.
Okay, so it's nothing of relevance
Yeah.
to me if I do a
Yeah.
check.
He
That is a
probably
wonderful hat.
he probably has some like druidic magic or something like that he pulls from. But that's about the best of it. Yeah, that's one of the small leviathans that he cut the head off of.
Does he have any ideas of how we can get this castle for him, or something that we can do that can help them?
He's taken aback by that because he didn't expect you to volunteer help. And he says, well, if you don't threaten me anymore, then I will give you ideas, but I don't have any right now.
Threaten?
Well, we did throw salt in his face.
Oh, I was gonna say all I've ever done is wing and shoot you with lightning. But you started.
I can promise we won't threaten anymore.
Persuasion check.
Is it persuasion if you're being truthful?
Yeah. Do you have inspiration? You should. I may have forgotten to offer inspiration at the last session, and I mean to do it every time, so you should have one.
So that first roll was
What was it?
Persuasion.
Oh.
yeah. So the first one's a 9. I'll use it. That's better. 17.
Oh, that's pretty good. Let's see how he's feeling tonight. Oops, pretty low. Okay. 4. Okay. He's convinced. He'll back off and leave you be, and tell his guards to do the same. But keep this quiet. Don't tell anybody what you're working on.
Okay. Will you help us try to get the information that we're looking for that room? Because I feel like that holds the secret to getting this castle for you.
He'll pull some strings. He's not super high up there, but he can try to find some things out.
I think you're in the perfect spot. You're low enough to where they don't suspect anything from you guys, yet you run... they probably have the most numbers in this castle, I'm assuming.
It's likely.
So, and he's the leader of them. So you have a lot of eyes and ears in places.
And they're the strongest race when it comes to them versus lizard folk. So
Yeah.
he's got strength of arms.
So the lizard folk he doesn't need to worry about because they're not going to do anything against him for that fact alone, that they're stronger and they have more numbers.
He would like you to keep the lizard folk away from his bullywugs. They bring shame to his tribe.
Okay. But you will see us conversing with them and trying to be on their good side. That way, that's the easiest way for us to keep them away from you guys. Because if they like us and listen to us, then we can convince them not to mess with you.
He'll begrudgingly agree to that.
Cool. Do you know of the little dinner that's happening tonight?
He doesn't know much about it. He knows something's happening.
Okay, so all the higher ups are going to be in one spot tonight in about 30 minutes or so.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So, if you could do some scouring at that point, it would be a good time because there won't be many eyes on you, and we will try to tell the lizard folk to kind of stay away.
He'll do some investigating while they're occupied.
Okay.
If you keep the lizard folk out of the way.
Is Snapjaw just a random lizard guy?
He is not of higher level, but he is the most intelligent and friendly one that you've encountered so far.
Would he have any sway with his people, I wonder?
Oh, it's likely. They don't really have a leader as much as the Bullywugs do. They're most of them are all the same. They worship Vorgamanthar, and so he's their leader.
So I think what we can do is tonight, or to tell him, and we can give him a little bit of metal to give to his fellow friends, to tell them to try to do some worshiping to Vorgamanthar tonight, and because they say something's off with him. So maybe if they do some, I don't know if they pray or how they worship, but if they take some time to do a lot of worshiping, you know, maybe they can help Vorgamanthar realize that he's being swayed or something like that. Not more of a distract to keep them away from things.
Okay.
How many? That's a question for later.
Did you want to depart from Farblex then?
Yeah, I think we got what
Okay.
we needed.
And then if you engage in conversation with Snapjaw, Snapjaw will...
As we go out, I'm going to say loud enough for him to hear me.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to say it to you. I'm going to be like, I'm going to say it in a intimidating manner. Don't make me regret this. So I want him to understand that I didn't like working with him.
That's all he says.
But at the same time, I know it's for the better. I know it's for the greater good. I am smart enough to know that.
We filled
I'm
the
wise
first
enough to know
side of notable recurring NPCs.
Nice.
So now the backside.
I understand. I'm wise enough to understand the situation, and so I just reinforcing the fact that you better not make me regret this. In
And-
typical dwarven stubborn fashion.
And the thing is, too, is we want to, if they do end up having this tower, or this castle, being able to come back and use that
Mhm.
portal is big.
That's
Would
the
be
thing
huge.
that's the thing that we would want to make sure that we always have access of.
Yeah, so I want to work with this guy as best as we can, and
I don't know how intelligent he really is. It's one of those things where it's like, you can't really ask a bullywug to take notes. I want to know who comes in and out of this place. Well, can he even write? I don't know.
well, and you don't really have to you don't have to like each other. You just have to give them something that they're interested in, or have
Enemies close,
value to them.
friends close, your enemies closer.
Yeah.
He's not terribly unintelligent. He's wiser than he is intelligent, but
About the same as you.
he's not bad.
Less wise, but
Yeah, that would be accurate.
Less wise as me, more intelligent as me.
so I want to ask Snapjaw how, as we're kind of making our way out of here, how do you guys worship your dragon?
They bring him gifts,
They bring him gifts.
sacrifices. They do it every once in a while. It wouldn't be abnormal for them to depart from Castle Neretar for a few hours.
I sort of want to come back here when he's out doing whatever he's going to do.
And they're not very intelligent, are they?
Lizard folk are not particularly intelligent. They're good for what they are. They're not stupid, so they're at a 7 out of 20. Stupid would be it's like 5 and below.
Okay, so they're kind of getting there. They're almost,
Yeah.
they're almost there.
So-
Can I convince them that it would be a good time to go give Agamemnon sacrifices?
It's possible.
Your dragon likes gold.
All dragons love gold.
Yes, he does.
I want to find a way to get your dragon a lot of gold.
You'll be in good place with Voragamanthar then.
Did
When's the
your
next-
friends tell you about what's in those crates?
No.
When's
Lots
the
of
next
gold.
shipment?
The crates that you carry from the roadhouse to here are filled with gold.
He might need a little bit of help understanding what the importance of gold is, but once you describe that to him, he gets kind of excited about it.
When we opened the crates that your, I'll say brethren, were carrying, they got extremely excited.
That coin that you gave him is gold, right?
Yeah, it's more of a, he doesn't understand the difference between gold, silver, and copper. Like, gold is more valuable, but to him it's all metal.
Okay.
And metal makes them excited. But as you describe it to him that gold is better,
Is it raining or is that just condensation on your window?
I think it's raining.
Nice.
Lots of moisture lately, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The town stops smelling like they don't.
Yeah, I want to try to get your dragon lots of shiny valuables that he would like.
He'd be on board with that.
Does he know when the next shipment's supposed to come in?
There's probably going to be one coming in tomorrow.
We should think about when that shipment comes in. We should, if we're still here, stuff we should think about coming down here and hiding down here when they
Well-
bring that stuff down, and this way, that way we can sort of.
With his help, we could easily, I think.
Because if we know when the shipment's coming in, Mr. Bullywuggy Ding Dong here will be grabbing the crates and bringing them this way.
We forgot that. Well, no. Yeah. Well, kind of.
So we
yeah.
can sort of judge about, because we know the distance and everything like that. So when they take off, we know about how long it's going to be before they come back.
But the only thing we don't know is who actually brings the crates down into this, because the
I think the bullywugs do. I think the bullywugs come down here. I think they operate the crane
Oh.
and drop them down, and then whoever else takes it in. That's why I think if we hide in here
Yeah.
and stuff with no light and stuff, and just stay quiet and stuff, we can watch when they walk through, and we can hear when they walk through, and then we can just follow.
Yeah. If we don't get anything, if the bullywugs don't get anything tonight, I think that's a good idea.
Because what I can do is I can doff my chainmail. That way I can be more silent,
Yeah.
and we can follow behind, and we can see exactly how we use that portal, and then we can sneak back. And then once they're gone, I can put my shit back on.
Yeah. Yeah, I think our main goal here is to be able to run that portal and get this castle for the Bullywugs, and then stay in good faith with them, so we have access to it. How exactly we do that yet, I'm not 100% sure.
Well, your meeting's coming up, and you probably need to get to the kitchen.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what
Yep.
we're.
Okay, let's take
You need
a
any
quick
chick-
5 while I
Yeah.
think about this. This is going really well.
Is there anything cool in Room number 2.
Nope, it's completely boring.
We didn't find any loot in here.
No treasure.
Dang.
We could have like snuck up behind and knocked him out and took whatever was in his crate. So he wants the castle.
He wants the castle. We want the portal.
We know he's not going to get the castle.
The lizard folk want their dragon back. The dragon is ran by Resmir, basically.
I think Resmir. I don't know if Tiamat like speaks through Resmir, but there's something that's going on there.
So
No half dragon, no mage or anything like that can control it.
I think what we do is that we infect Resmir with the spores from appetizer all the way until the end, and then we see what information Syl gets out of him, and if we can understand like how he's doing this or what.
I think we need to be careful with that though too, because something's not right with Resmir.
No, I'm
I'm thinking if you I'm wondering if Resmir will know.
It's possible, but how can Resmir connect that to us?
Well,
I don't think he can. He can. So
I don't think he can connect it to us, but it's just
the thing that would happen is he would just stay silent in his thoughts.
It's definitely raining out there.
nice.
Coming down.
Not gonna complain with the rain.
It's making the ground nice and soft for pounding in posts. I've been putting up, I think I said 500 feet of fence by myself.
Oh dang.
It's a lot of work. It's not
Well,
done yet.
that's yeah.
I would, if I wasn't running D&D tonight, I would have been out there until dark working on it because I just need it done before the end of April, preferably sooner, so that I can get sheep in here ASAP. And it's going a lot better than it has the
many
last
have?
2 years. I'm not getting very many this year. I'm only getting a couple actually because I want to get breeding stock.
Mm.
And I want to start lambing on my own
Nice.
instead of buying them. So the other thing is I was overdoing the amount the amount of them for the amount of pasture I had, and so I wasn't reaping the reward of having them here. They were too light when they went to the butcher.
Okay.
So this year I'm trying a very extreme opposite approach of have fewer for longer and more grass.
How much land did you say you had out here?
It's 21 acres.
21 acres. Okay.
Yeah. The problem is we got too many cattle on this land.
Right.
So I've been building this paddock and pasture in the creek actually. So I'm putting fence on either side of the creek, and that way the sheep can live down there. And so from what I have been told, as long as things don't get extremely dry and the sheep don't try to go into the creek to try to get more water because it's drying up, they shouldn't drown. They'll stay on the creek bed. They'll just kind of drink out of it, and they won't go into the water. But if things start drying out, then the mud gets really thick. They'll fall into it. And they'll get waterlogged, and they'll suffocate or they'll drown.
Right. It's like
Poor
the
things.
stupid cows will do the same dumb thing.
And so this fence
I've
is
had to help
doing.
people pull cows out of freaking streams when they're freaking stuck and their heads just above the water, and it's like, seriously, dude.
I'm really hoping that doesn't happen to the sheep. That's my one fear. But I'm hoping this fence will do double duty. It'll keep the calves, who are troublesome and will get out when they're not locked up. It'll keep them from going down into the creek as well. And because it'll be nice and moist down there, the grass will grow back well. And so there will be always fresh green grass there up until butcher date. So we'll see how that goes. And I might butcher them myself this year. Save myself the $600 it costs to send them to the butcher. It's expensive.
$600 to send one sheep?
Two.
2 sheep, 600, so 300 a piece?
Pretty much.
Holy cow.
It's really pricey.
Holy cow.
Do it
yourself.
I pulled a huge net loss in the last 2 years.
That's like my
Huge
dad.
net
My
loss.
dad always, my dad always butchered his own like deer and whatnot.
Uh-huh.
He's like, you just gut the thing. He's like, you hang it, you bleed it out.
Yeah.
You just quarter it up. You know,
I'm gonna have
cut
to
what
learn.
you want, grind what you want.
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah.
So that's the plan this year.
Butchering
I think it's a
animals
good
isn't
idea.
too bad.
You know, it rounds me out on more skills too, and then if I have breeding stock, and I don't send them to butcher, but I do lambing, and kind of do it more of a long-term strategy, then I won't have to purchase lambs.
Right.
Which a feeder lamb at like 70 pounds last year was $110. And then I lost one on day one because he died of bloat overnight. I don't even know what happened to him. I didn't have a chance to react. I just found him the next morning. He was dead,
Dang.
which sucked because he was the second heaviest lamb out of all of them.
Oh, geez.
So I spent a good amount of money on him, and he didn't give me any return. I just had to bury him. So,
Oh, it sucks.
so
So your parents up there have chickens, right?
I've got 20 chickens coming as well.
20.
Yep.
Hell
Meat
yeah,
birds though,
Get those,
Nice.
and then
get those eggs.
then I'll rent a hen, and we'll kind of keep our chicken. What do you call it?
Circulating.
Yeah, repopulating. Yeah. So
I
Anyway.
have my egg guy. I've had my egg guy for a while. But
Uh-huh.
They've got to have the local egg guy.
yeah,
Tori's family.
I would like to get into.
$4 a
That.
dozen. That's all I pay. Well, I was paying $3 a dozen for a while, and that first bird flu that went through and it knocked all the egg prices like stupid.
Mhm.
What was it, about 4 years ago? 3-4 years ago. You know, then he's like, I need to up it to 4, and I'm like, oh, it'll break my heart. $4.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, whatever. And it's been $4 ever since.
Yeah.
So I pay 4 a dozen. That's
Nice.
it.
That's
For
great.
Farm fresh.
I'll get into that eventually. I'm also going to probably try some more,
It's good for the
Not
allergies and
exotic
crap
stuff.
like that.
but things that people don't normally do. Like I want to get rabbit hutches and raise rabbits.
Hell no.
I've done turkeys. I really like turkeys, so I'll do that again in the future. I just differentiate. I do a few of many different kinds of animals, so
That'll be
it
cool.
works really well. It turns this place into a zoo.
Which is fun.
Yeah,
Keep it-
Big old petting zoo.
it's a blast.
Yeah.
Get a couple goats.
Back
Baby goats.
to. Oh yeah, I want more goats, but my folks apparently don't like the goats, so I'll have to
Heck
wait a
no,
few years
they
until
eat
they
everything.
forgot, and that how they
They'll-
didn't like the goat, so I
They'll
told the goat
tear
again.
up your land.
Goats are trouble sometimes.
Yeah, they'll tear up your land. But the baby goats are so cute.
The one I had last year was really good
They
to me.
bounce around like little kangaroos.
Yeah, they're fun, aren't they? Okay, if we go to the drawing tab, I will move us into what I had
Dun, dun, dun.
kind of planned for tonight. So, the dinner time arrives, and you are all in basically a single file line up to a set of like servant doors that move through the walls. So I don't know if you're familiar with the servant corridors in a castle, but they're often quite short, they're narrow, and you're supposed to go in and out without being noticed as best as possible for being the servants. So
I should probably not, if I'm going to be serving stuff, I should probably not have my armor on.
uh-huh.
I don't know where the heck I should put my armor, though. I mean, I guess the cook can watch it.
Will I be able to tell what Resmir's dish is?
Probably not. That would be hard.
You'd probably have to be the one that serves him.
Tell you what, there are a few servants in line, and they're all basically human or similar. None of them are lizard folk. None of them are bullywugs. Those would be really grotesque and not welcome in this.
Well, I could tell him that Jack told me to make sure Resmir's dish is like perfect.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he wants to make sure that it's just standard.
One of the servants is happy, very happy to trade out with you, and not take the meal to Resmir and have you take that responsibility.
Yeah.
Can we not see the? Is this accurate? Can't see the faces of the people.
This image is not accurate. I tried my best to get AI to generate it. There should only be one in red and one in purple. Everybody else is in black, and I don't know why they're all wearing wizard hats.
Is it about this big?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I'm not sure why they're all wearing wizard's hats. Only the guy in red should be. Everybody else, the
Cultist here.
yeah. Yep. So the ones on the walls are the lower levels. The ones at the main table, it's a lot shorter than this in this picture.
Dirty man in red and black tattoos.
Yeah. And you've got
I don't
Resmir
have his name.
at the head of the table. Next to her is the red wizard.
The Thay.
Yep, the Thayan. And then next, across the table from him is the wearer of
The
purple.
Thing is wearing red?
The Thayan is wearing red.
Okay.
Yep.
I had the Thing wearing a black cloak.
That's because he was before.
Bald and okay.
Yep.
So now
No, he changed.
So he's
Okay,
a
so
red
he is
wizard.
both he is both people. Okay.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Can we see him right now?
You catch glimpses as the door opens and particular people in front of you move out. I forgot where in the order you were.
Do we have a quarters? Do we have like sleeping quarters?
No, you haven't addressed that yet. You could probably find some if you wanted to.
I was gonna say because we can't be carrying like our packs. We can't be carrying our shit.
Yeah, no.
So we need to have, like,
probably
some
the
kind of-
kitchen.
Yeah, I was gonna say either we keep all that crap in the kitchen. Or,
I'd say with Jack would be safe.
Okay, he is willing to this time, but he does say that you'll need to find your own quarters. Since you're new here and all, he gives you a little tip on where they would be.
Okay.
And you could find something, they're nothing special, but you could probably lock the door.
And you know, with we didn't really I suppose we had 2 hours, but we weren't really focused on finding a place to stay.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Snapjaw will take you to a room that you could have.
Okay.
He knows the castle really well.
After the dinner.
Before.
Before. Okay.
sweet, so we can freshen up.
Yeah. Okay. Now that that's taken care of.
Yeah.
Meal's going on.
I'm appetizer.
Oh, I really thought I heard Austin join the Discord call.
No, he's
I must have imagined it.
being a little jerk.
Well, it sounds like he doesn't have much choice.
I don't care.
Boy, I keep getting distracted. Okay, so
Schmiergoff takes the.
where in the order are you
To the
for
purple
delivering
guy.
the meal? What are you thinking?
So I'm
gonna assume that.
doing appetizer
Okay, so you'd be up towards the front.
because I want to get Resmir infected.
I'm beverage course. I'm bringing the beer.
Oh, so you're here for a while.
Yeah, that should be me. I should be the one that brings the ale.
Because
Because the dwarf knows some good drinks.
if
I am a brewer.
because I want is still pretty intelligent or no?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for a mushroom.
If I tell her to
For
just-
a mushroom soda too.
I don't know, what does it say on intelligence on that card?
oh god.
Intelligent for a mushroom doesn't say much, Dan.
An 8.
Oh,
So smarter than me.
that's pretty good, actually.
Okay, good.
So I'm not smarter than a mushroom.
So, I tell her that I want her.
That's awesome.
I want her.
Are you smarter than a mushroom? No! Jeff Foxworthy's new show.
It would be fun to infect the Thay, but that would not work. I think that Thay would catch on instantly. Also, I'm pretty sure he would be able to detect my familiar.
Possibly.
Um,
I mean, I mean, we have to be careful with this because if Resmir can detect that there's something amiss with his food, you're the one that brought it, and it could be big trouble.
It could be, but I think this is the best way for us to get information.
It could, yeah.
And I think we have to try it. I'm gonna hope that Reznir doesn't look at me when I give him his food.
Well, the problem that we're going to have is that you have Reznir here, you have the dude in purple right next, the thing, right?
Probably the no, the dude in purple's different. The Thayan would be in red. Next
So
You
the Thayan's at the head of the table?
Nope.
no, Thayan's on one side, purple's on the other.
Ignore the image because it's just wrong. Thayan in red, Reznir in black, wearer of purple. The AI just didn't follow my directions.
So if he would, there you go. That's the whole thing. If we think that the Thayan would have, are you thinking that the Thayan would know that he was infected, or he would know that the food was amiss?
I think he would know he's infected.
Okay.
The purple we know nothing about, but Reznir isn't a mage, and I feel like doesn't really. I think he would be the least expecting of something being amiss out of the three.
Rezmir's a woman, just so you know.
She would be least.
Are you able to see me doing that live?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, that didn't work. Does that help? I know it's not that important.
Wearer of purple, you should have just put as seen on TV. Because it's wearing purple. It's the only one that's correct.
I know, it's
That's okay.
You should put Reznir in black. Red Wiz, as seen on TV.
I think Reznir is our best bet, and we can see what happens.
Game on.
Yeah. Can I see anything? Can we see anything with the wearer of purple? Any details at all?
There's a mask on.
You guys, they got a mask.
Rezmir also appears to be wearing a mask. The
Perfect,
red
maybe.
wizard has a hood over. So they're obscuring their faces.
Maybe they'll.
They're obscuring their Are they the only three that are doing so?
Kind of. The cultist gear sort of obscures people's faces too, but this is clearly different. Definitely Dragonclaw and up, you have a mask as well.
Damn, that'd have been fun to be at this meeting as a Dragonclaw and wing. Shit, that'd have been cool.
Teaches you to start a fight with bullywugs.
I just told them to drop the chest, man.
Well,
I didn't do a damn thing.
to be fair, we didn't know of their involvement with
Oh,
Reznir.
you had no idea. That's,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Well, so I'm gonna tell Syl what my plan is, and to stay very quiet and to listen.
She reminds you through her spores that she cannot talk.
Oh, perfect. Perfect. Well, good. Okay. She can't talk.
She can't make vocal. She doesn't have vocal cords.
Oh, I mean like when Reznir gets infected, she can talk to him, but I don't want her to.
Okay.
I want her to just listen and try to remember as much as she possibly can.
She says that she would have difficulty doing that. That's beyond what she can do, but she can talk to you about what she hears. She could audibly hear what's happening if you dropped her off, like under his chair or something, and she can send spores to you, repeating what they say.
That's
Are
right.
the spores visible?
No, they're barely visible. You'd really have to be looking to see them. They're not like these gloating,
Spores are tiny.
floating,
Right.
glowing
Yeah.
things. They're it's like dust in the wind.
All right. Oh well, I'll take her up on that. I tell her to just stay on my feet, covered, like in my pant leg or something like that. And then,
She can't walk.
I'm gonna click my heels like hands.
She can ambulate, yeah.
I'm gonna tap my foot when I want her to scurry under her chair.
And I think it's functionally like 60 feet of distance for the spores, and they can go around corners. So you could be hiding in the hallway.
240.
240? Okay. So you could be hiding in the hallway, and the spores could like go under the door and come to you.
Okay.
So she can direct those. It's very, very meta.
So unfortunately, unfortunately we won't be able to tell what Rezmir's thinking. Because part of the reason I wanted to know is because, like, if she's communicating with the dragon at that moment as well. You know, because I wanted to see if there was something amiss that we know, because we know she's controlling
Vormaganthar, or however you say it, yep.
She's controlling him somehow, so it'd be nice to know kind of how, but that's not possible. So the second best thing is to have her just relaying information that she hears.
That area that we got kicked out of.
What area?
Central Tower.
That central tower that we got kicked out of. I wonder if we can get into that central tower with everyone being in this.
Some of you could. Maybe Smirgov.
And we do have the Bollywogs on.
You have the bullywugs on the task right now, too. Yep.
I'm just wondering if there's no one there to kick us out. Are they going to leave someone there? Or are all the cultists here in this meeting?
Well, not if we have the Bullywugs on the task and we send somebody looking, they might send us away. Just because they don't necessarily know that we're the ones that told the leader to.
True.
So I think we kind of put our faith in them to scour the place. And we kind of just focus on this dinner.
Got it.
Let the dinner begin.
I love how diplomatic this has become. This is cool.
The server of drink.
He's just over there just drinking.
The master of
I
ceremony.
serve myself drinks.
Let me make sure this is good for you, sir.
Yeah.
Ma'am. Oh, this
Whatever
is
you
lovely.
are.
Lovely vintage.
Yep. He has to quality check each person's drink.
I'm the wine or the beer taster. Make sure there's no poison in your cup.
Yep. And make sure this isn't poison.
For every, you literally are just.
The dwarf with resistance to poison. Make sure this isn't poison. We're good.
They wouldn't know that, would they?
We're good.
I'm okay. You won't be.
This one's a little sharp.
This one's giving me a little tingle in my finger.
This one's a little sharp.
I think it's affecting
It'll be
me.
I think, yeah, right.
I just thought about that. Alcohol is a poison,
Mhm.
so therefore I shouldn't
should
get
be
drunk
able-
as
you-
easily. So
That
I
is
should be
true.
the one that's drinking the gallons.
That is true.
Different rules in Lord of the Rings, though.
That is true. The elves have much stronger alcohol.
Okay. Boy. All right.
Let's let this
Um,
dinner commence.
Appetizers roll out, and it is your turn to deliver up to Rezmir.
Mm-hmm. I'm not
Don't,
nervous.
don't step on her friggin' cake, man.
We'll just do a pretty average performance check just to make sure that you don't make a fool of yourself.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
But
Don't put that on me. Where's performance at?
while I'm there, I'm
Kind of near the
assisting.
bottom. It's one of the charisma.
Oh, it's a
ones, I think.
charisma.
I'm assisting.
Love to know how that works.
As he's walking by, I'm you can do it. Give him assistance.
I can't use sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand.
Nimble fingers.
This is just your walk up to Resmir, so you
Oh.
don't like.
Okay. Oh.
If you
Okay,
trip,
here we
then
go.
you can do
Here we
sleight
go.
of hand and be like, whoa!
Well, let's see how nervous I really am. 13.
Nice.
Very good.
Thank God.
You're able to set the food down in front of Resmir without making a fool of yourself.
I want to do it quickly, but I want to just take a quick glance at the we're in purple too, in the thing, and just like kind of just quick glance, see if there's anything
The
that
Thayan
sticks out.
The Thayan is exactly the description you got from Kinnear. So this is the same person. And you hear the name Asbara mentioned.
Asbara.
Anything
So we're in purple?
That's the wizard.
The Thayan?
The Thayan is Asbara Jos.
anything on their body or on their person?
He's got his spell book kind of in his chair next to him.
Yeah, screw trying to take that. That ain't happening.
Yeah, no, probably not.
No. So I tap my foot a little bit to give Syl the go ahead.
You feel a little pitter patter of two very small feet.
And I turn and leave, hopefully. Okay.
You get out the door. There's a hallway, two directions you can go. There's a number of doors to other rooms, but remember rooms, this is a servant hallway. So it's small, it's cramped, you couldn't really hide in here super well because people will be trying to move through it.
Can I go further?
You could. It starts to get complicated. You find a door that opens up to a room that's vacated. There's nobody in it. It's not a servant room. Do you want to risk it?
No, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pull the old
Not bad.
the old act busy trick.
Mm.
So if you walk fast, people think you're busy. You know.
Wear a
Walk-
vest, carry a ladder, you can go anywhere.
Exactly.
Mhm.
People think that you're working when you're just.
Ghostbusters 2, you open up the sewer cap in the middle of New York City, or we're fixing a water line.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm just gonna be walking around like I'm going somewhere and doing things.
Okay. Performance check. We'll see how you do.
Eek. 9.
Okay, well, no one's in there yet, so you're fine right now.
Okay.
We'll get back to you again in a little bit.
Okay.
Okay. Drinks. Time for drinks.
Red wine.
Oh God.
Sure.
Are you deciding what the drinks are?
No, whatever drinks there are here.
Well, Resmir seems to be wanting some wine.
Some wine.
Don't take it to him. Give somebody else.
I'm not too concerned with it's a good vintage.
Well, yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of tables I have to go and hit. I mean, it might, there's probably a whole bunch of people doing.
They didn't
drinks.
notice me, right? They didn't. Okay.
No.
They didn't see me.
Correct.
Good.
Okay. I was gonna.
I don't care if they see me.
Okay. As you're filling wine glasses,
You are an initiate, so you really.
you hear talk in common, so you're able to understand it.
Sweet.
And they're talking at the head of this table about the last shipment is about to go out. And once it arrives at the hunting lodge, it will be shuttled to Parnast.
Are they saying this like softly? Or are they saying it fairly conversational?
Basically, everyone here in this room could be trusted with this information. You guys are servants, supposedly, so they just figure you don't
Care.
know anything
Yeah.
or care. Yeah. You know, the king always says things around his servants, and the servants know secrets, but they don't ever do anything with it.
The cause for celebration.
Yep.
Champagne, bring out the bubbly. No.
This is classic old school infiltration. You infiltrate a server and then you get information.
The Red Wizard says, I have forces moving on the Well of Dragons. They will be there in within the season. And the Wearer of Purple speaks up to Resmir. And says all is well in the City of Splendors. The operation is going as planned. We
Okay.
have not been discovered. What news from you, Resmir?
It's good. Water
And Resmir says, I have Orogamanthir and his brother under my control. They will submit to the Queen. Next step is to get the White Worm Speaker on board.
The white worm speaker?
We should meet him in Parnast.
And where?
Parnast. Yep.
In Parnas, where they have the treasure.
Yep. The
Lovely.
giants are also cooperating.
Fucking giants. You just write fucking giants.
That's not going to be a very helpful note when I need when you need it later. Let's see. That's all you get while you're filling up drinks. You can't stay any longer. It'll look really suspicious.
And I did a good job. 13.
Mm-hmm.
Good form.
You can hear today.
Oh, 12. Minus
Uh-oh. Utter failure.
1. Minus 1.
All right,
That'd be a big
Smirgoff.
difference if I rolled a 10 and that's what I needed.
Smirgoff's good on performance as he brings up the food. Takes away the entree plate and presents the dessert, which is a little bit of a sorry state given the ingredients that are
Right.
available. And not directed at the servants, but definitely meant to be passive aggressive. There's a comment made by multiple individuals of the state of the food is not what it should be. What kind of food is this? You'd think with all the gold we have, we would have better food.
I forged that myself. You're lucky we forged what we did, man. We wouldn't get shit right now.
Hang
Eel.
on 1 second while I check. I wanna get one more name for you.
What was that first name you said that I heard?
Shoot, I said so much.
It said it started with an N.
And
I think so. Yeah, because when I brought something up, all I heard was a name.
Oh, you heard Asbara Jost.
that's Barra Joe's,
Oh.
which is the
That's the Red
man
Wizard.
in red,
Oh, okay.
the Thayan.
Okay, there we go. Oh, yes, here we go. Yes, and Resmir says to Smirgoff that the next task at hand is to get Oyavagiton on board.
Oh, Yavagiton?
Yep. Oyavagiton from the... let me get the actual name here. From the Sea of Moving Ice. And
The Sea of Moving Ice.
yeah, she asks the Wearer in Purple what news on the metallic dragon front. Are they proving to be a thorn? And the Wearer of Purple says, as of yet, the metallics seem to be uninterested. All is going well and in our favor. And then Smirgoff departs. And let's see what other information I can give you through the use of Syl.
But that looks. I don't know.
The Thayan forces are significant. They bring high caliber magic to the forces of Tiamat. They will be essential in raising her from Avernus. And this might be news to you guys, I'm not sure if it totally is, but the Well of Dragons is a location that is deep in the mountains, very far from here. Very, very well known.
We were closer when we were in Greece.
When we were in
For-
Greenus, we were close.
You were close.
We would have been screwed if we went straight there, though.
Oh,
I
yeah.
bet.
Oh, yeah.
The well is known for its creation of Draco Liches, which, if you don't know, it's an undead dragon that's been turned into a lich.
Yeah.
So they're considerably powerful. There's discussion amongst people at this table about how the old order of the Cult of the Dragon would have just would have killed the living dragons under their control and converted them into Draco Liches. However, that is an antiquated method, and according to Severus, the new and better interpretation of the canon is that living dragons were part of the prophecy, not Draco Liches. And so they are focusing full force
On live dragons.
live dragons,
Thank God.
not focusing at all on Draco Liches this time around. And they fully intend to amass enough forces at the well to genuinely raise Tiamat from Avernus. It would be quite the feat.
They're going to try to raise Tiamat from Avernus at the well?
Yes. There's a temple in the well that they speak of. Most of these details are things that they all know, but they're going over plans, and so they mention these things. And these are the things that you're able to make sense of. The rest of it, kind of not sure what you think, because it's vague enough that you aren't able to put it together.
So something important that I got out of that is that they really don't want the metallic dragons in on this.
The metallics are good aligned.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So either,
They're very happy that they're uninterested at this moment.
but they can't. What was I saying? They can't be like naive to the fact that this is going down.
They
It's
don't
going
believe
on.
it's going to happen. They're not going to step in because it's not in their best interest to do so. They're probably, they're like, oh, here they go again trying to raise Tiamat. They failed multiple times in the past. They're going to fail again.
City of
You
Splendor.
got the right idea.
City of Splendors is
Waterdeep.
Waterdeep.
Uh-huh.
We need to get that information to Laos and like yesterday. Because if there's conspiracy going on within the city, he could be in danger.
This is a lot of good information that we can give to them.
So you're accumulating this information. Smirgoff and Duthmar are now available to operate, doing other things. And so is there anything you think the two would do?
More drinks!
Okay.
Poison
The two of us, so I mean, the two of us, we have the froggies going around doing what they need to do.
Was there any? You said a lot of it was cryptic. Was there any cryptic phrase that would have alerted me to possible phrases that could be used to open that portal?
No, actually, there wasn't. It's a good question. They weren't discussing it. They're kind of more focused on long-term things.
So still our best bet, if the frogs don't get anything, is to wait till tomorrow.
Last shipment, yeah. So I mean, yeah.
You know, our job is to disrupt this cult too.
We haven't done a lot of disrupting yet.
Not too much, but we have. in
We've gotten a lot of
way,
information.
We built another alliance within the cult.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, a couple maybe.
a couple.
At least on good terms.
Been very productive in this in-game day.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have the ear of Farblex. You have
Kind of
the arm of Snapjaw, and you have Jack, but he's the cook, so.
And the
it's not
salt
big
of Jack.
deal. Yeah,
The
the
salt
salt
of
of Jack.
And we gained a shitload of information, which is awesome.
Which we need to get back to Leosin.
I think Smirgov decided while he had the opportunity to go try to what do you call it? Stow around the castle? Not stow. Steal. There we go. Around the castle. Secretly move around and see if he can pick up anything. And he didn't really come up with anything. So he tried, but.
Way to go. We're going to then roll for shit.
And the banquet ends, and you are able to recover Syl as she kind of cautiously waddles out of that room looking for you.
Tell her thank you, my friend. for doing that.
And she says, "You're welcome. I am hungry now."
What do you? I was gonna ask her what mushrooms eat.
So what she needs is a
Organ.
patch of detritus to stand on, and then she'll just kind of like soak it in like a real mushroom would
So what if I
for a
just
few hours.
So I just take her outside and.
Or you could like grab a handful of dirt and bring it into your room, and she could use that.
Yeah.
So she is a mushroom.
Mm-hmm.
And she does eat dirt and
Yeah.
rotting things and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So.
Decaying matter.
Mhm.
I should just keep a little. It'd be fun to build like a little house for her. Like just dirt and leaves and
There's a
stuff.
cow pie. Do your magic.
She would love it.
Something that I can like carry on me.
That's where the
and
good
she can
mushrooms-
just like hang
That's
out.
where the good mushrooms grow.
Like
Because it's nice and like something that's enclosed so it can stay really warm.
like a
and-
mason jar.
Yeah, I mean a mason jar would work. Yeah.
Yeah.
She doesn't need to breathe air.
Doesn't Austin have woodcraft?
He has some sort of tools.
Cool.
He had mentioned wood carving tools, but I think those are artisan tools, actually, which is probably similar.
When we're out of here and kind of on the road again, I'm gonna try to build her a little thing.
Nice.
See if
Nice.
I can see how high I roll and how shitty. it is.
Turns out to be real hillbilly.
It could be.
Okay.
So should we? How do we want to send word?
Well, I think my owl could, because I think it knows. So we want to send it to.
I mean, it's Waterdeep. That's how far are we now from Waterdeep?
A few days, your hawk would be faster.
Well, okay, yeah, there you go. I could use the hawk, but regardless, we have to wait until the last shipment probably, anyways. So if we send her off with this good information, at least it'll get there.
Should we inform?
Hawk Tua.
Well, should we inform our pal?
Farblex?
No.
Snapped out?
The silver wing,
Yes.
Kinnear.
Kinnear.
I think he would probably be the first one we want to inform.
Yeah, let Kinnear know what's going on, but we need to let. So, I can prepare my sending spell, and I can let Leosta know quickly about the corruption within Waterdeep, because all we have to do is just limit it to 25 words or less.
Yeah.
Because if we do that, then I can give that message to him, instantly.
I think that's a good idea.
More information then, because I wasn't sure if you'd be able to give anything. So the benefactor is on board. Would be an important thing that you heard that Leosin should know.
The benefactor.
Mm-hmm. The benefactor is involved.
Do we know who said that?
The wearer of purple did. Seems like this wearer of purple is involved in different agenda.
He seems like the
items.
accountant almost.
He's
Like he's
the cold and calculated type. He's not a man of action.
yeah. He kind of just runs the books and runs the
So the benefactor
operations. Really
is
kinda.
Mm-hmm.
on board.
Yep, the benefactor is on board.
So are the giants.
Uh-huh. Except the benefactor is in Waterdeep.
Right.
The giants aren't. They're in Parnast, or close. Yeah, there's a lot going on. Would be an understatement to say that.
We need to know who Olga Benthon is.
Yes, so that would be Oya Vigatan.
Oi,
So Oyavigatan.
That was close enough.
Yeah. I probably said it weird.
Vigaton, yeah.
Are you
Is that the white worm speaker?
That is not the white worm speaker, but the white worm speaker was mentioned to talk to this individual.
Yeah. The white worm speaker is supposed to meet in harvest.
yes.
Are you reconvened at your quarters?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would say so. Yeah.
Okay.
With everything done and dusted. Oh,
There's a knock on your door.
for fuck's sakes.
The knock happens again.
I have my weasel peek out another door real quick.
Ah, it's a bullywug.
Oh, okay. I open it.
Oh, okay. The bullywug comes in and gives you a piece of paper and then immediately turns around and leaves.
Nice. Hope they wrote it in non-Bullywug. Otherwise,
It's
I'm gonna have to use another.
It's really messy handwriting.
Otherwise, I'm gonna have to use another freaking spell on tongues.
It says we have uncovered where the command word is, but we don't know what it is. The word is in Resmir's chambers.
Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be?
Why would we make it
Wait,
easy?
what? So they didn't write it down? They just found out where it was?
Well, they weren't able to go inside.
Oh.
Yeah, but they were able to ask around and figure it
He
out.
pulled his
Okay.
string, and the string said it's in Resmir's chamber.
The other portion is Born Grey has the key to the portal room.
Well, we don't need the key.
They don't know that.
Right. That's good. That's good stuff, though.
And Born Grey is in the central tower.
So I guess it's one of those things where it's like, do we trust the Bollywood? Are they leading you into a trap? Hey, Smeargolf, go in there and seduce Resmir.
Well, what about my spider?
Spider could work.
Man, you're powerful.
Yeah.
It's partially my fault.
that find familiar thing is so nice.
Spider could work.
Yeah,
As long
I'm
as you're-
perfect for this.
As
I'm
long
a
as you're,
thief
yeah,
with a familiar that
yeah,
can
as
do
long as
magic.
you're close enough to where you can be hidden and you can see through its eyes.
Yes.
Well, it is nighttime, and the activity in the castle has gone down. Resmir is in the central tower as well. How far is your range for
60 feet.
60 feet? Okay, if you moved up the tower a significant amount, you could then, if you encountered any like guards or whatever, you could probably just send your spider the rest of the way and figure it out.
Okay, I'm gonna.
You just get as far, you just get the, so this might have to be a solo.
Yeah.
So how many times can you phase? 3?
Faced it 3 times.
Okay. And we have determined that you can see through your familiar to phase?
Yeah, he could face step where the familiar is standing.
Which I
So-
don't want to do if he's in Resmir's room.
Well,
That's
the
like
whole thing
instant
is,
execution.
well, the whole thing is, like, if you encounter guards, you can at least get hopefully far enough away to where you can face step.
Yeah,
I
past
could
them.
face step
Past
90 feet one after the other,
Uh-huh.
Right.
which is plenty.
It's an easy way to get past guards.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. That's like, this might be a solo mission.
So, I take the time to summon my spider and wait till the late hours of the night. And I embark on heading up the tower.
There is nobody in the courtyard or in the main ward of this castle. You're able to go up the central staircase a little ways, and then you encounter 2 guards. And they
Okay.
sort of like cross their spears together so that you can't go through.
What kind of guards are they?
They're cultist.
Okay, so I'm going to go back down, have my spider go past them, and then I'm gonna face step through
Yeah,
his
you got
eyes
light.
behind wherever he's out of they're out of range.
They're completely unaware of what happens. And you get past the only guards in the tower. And at the top, you see 2 doors. One to the left, one to the right. And the one on the right says Born Grey. And the other one doesn't have a name on it.
Is Born Gray that
Is the one with the key.
all we don't need the key.
I was gonna say, if we can get the key, I mean, hell, why not?
Yeah.
Then you don't have to worry about picking it and possibly setting off the bomb. Because even though you know that the trap is there, you could still, there's still a 5% chance that you blow us up.
This is true. So I'm gonna go into the one without a name on it.
Okay. As Terran or as the spider?
Spider. Not
Okay, under the door.
No.
Okay.
Hell no, not Terran.
I thought I wanted to make sure because it
No,
wasn't
no.
it wasn't certain.
I
Okay.
do not want to face Resmir.
Let's see. I gotta pull up her room now. Oh, interesting. So the book says there's three floors. I've made my castle 2 floors. Whatever. Who cares?
3 floors. What kind of castle is this?
I know,
I
right?
got a lot of money.
This is why Farblex wants it, because it has 3 floors.
3 floors.
It's at least 3 times bigger than a 1-floor castle.
Yeah, it's 3.
Okay. Okay, so this room seems like it was an old chapel that was converted into living quarters for Resmir. As your spider comes in, I'm going to just assume that your spider's like walking on the wall to get a higher viewpoint. You can see that the furnishing in this space is very lavish. surprisingly so, a lot more than anywhere else. Resmir seemed to furnishings seem to have come from what were probably some of the finest carpenters and upholsterers in Faerun. And you're not sure how they got here, but this is a nice place.
I'm pretty sure how they got here.
There's a front chamber that serves as an office. It has a writing desk and several smaller tables stacked with inventories and reports. And there are 4 beautiful but uncomfortable wooden chairs. I don't know why your spider would know it's uncomfortable. Among the desks are stacked papers. You would also see, as Terran probably, that there are 2 carvings of black dragons that flank the top of the staircase that seem to be of high value, but they're about 15 feet up in the air, and they look really heavy. So, there you go. There's more rooms to Resmir's chambers. As you continue on, you find a sitting room, comfortably furnished with upholstered chairs, padded benches, and 2 small carpet-draped tables. This chamber is empty of any people. And then next you move into what appears to be the sleeping chamber, and you can see Resmir in bed. It's a large one, and there are 2 wardrobes, a standing mirror, and an armor stand that has a suit of scale mail armor on it. Let's see here.
You're a poisonous Black Widow, right? You can bite.
I could, but I bet.
Death.
She's a half black dragon.
I was gonna say she's probably resistant to it.
One of the wardrobes has a painting on the doors depicting a 5-headed dragon. Let's see here. Inside the room, you see a 2-foot tall statuette of a black dragon made from actual black dragon scales and claws with ruby eyes and diamond teeth. It is perched atop a heap of treasure consisting of actual gold and gems. Its value is considerable.
And this is not in the sleeping chamber, correct?
No, that's still in the sleeping chamber. There's another room too.
I'm phasing it and I'm stealing the
Oh no, I wasn't.
There, your spider turns into a side room and finds Resmir's sanctuary. This is where Resmir retires to venerate Tiamat privately. The room is bare. Its only decoration is a stylized depiction of a 5-headed dragon rising from a volcano, painted on the back of a door. There's a kitchen storage room, and then there's another room that goes into the observatory, but that's too far for you to go and still see.
Yeah.
So, you can see that Resmir is in the bed, not wearing armor, of course, because she's sleeping. And there's something notably different about her face than what you've seen before.
What is notably different? I want to get I want to get my
Okay.
spider to get a little closer.
Do an investigation check for me.
She took off her makeup.
16.
Okay. Her face is a different shape, which seems odd because it seemed like she had a black
Iconic,
dragon
yeah.
face. You see on the side table next to her, there is a mask that looks like a black dragon face. And it's a male black dragon face. But her face is female, so it's slightly smaller.
But it's still a dragon.
Yeah, so she's still a half black dragon, but she
I was like, if
wears.
this is a human, I'm gonna.
I was gonna say that was like I was
Yeah.
wondering the same thing. Like, is this
Yeah.
a ruse?
She's got a black mask that she wears for some reason. That's next to her on the table.
Can I investigate the?
She's a female. She's a female half black dragon
Uh-huh.
that wears a male
Male.
black dragon face.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
It does.
Yeah. It's the same concept in a way. You know, being a male black dragon, half black dragon is gonna probably
I
be a
think
little
it
bit
has
more intimidating.
something to do with controlling the other black dragon.
They could.
You did pick up on that detail earlier, that she has some sort of power over that black dragon. Yeah.
And I can't think of any other reason why she'd wear that face other than intimidation for other people. But she sounds like herself, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's obvious she's female.
Right. What if I wore that mask?
What do you think? What are you going to do?
Phase in, steal it, phase out, put it on.
There's a lot.
Come to me.
I don't know. There's a lot in that.
Yeah.
Did you see the original D&D movie?
No, I didn't.
I did.
The staff of the dragons.
Yeah.
Control.
There was also that desk with papers on it, and then there was the treasure, and then the access to the observatory. So,
And the statues above that
yeah.
I really want. Probably wasn't good to send me on this mission.
The problem is it's way more than you can handle at once.
I know.
But at least we know it's there, so if Resmer ever leaves. All we have to do is subdue a couple guards and we're in.
Do I see a key anywhere? She'd probably wear it on her person, though.
She doesn't seem to have a key, no.
Is there a lock on the door?
I guess there would be. Okay, maybe she's got a key.
Lock on her.
I'll say it's on the side table.
Well. The problem is we can't get that mask unless she's sleeping.
Right.
She doesn't wear her own face during the day. Well, I guess I'm gonna see if I can find what I came here for first. So I'm gonna look at the papers on that.
Okay. There is a, let's see, what does it say? Do a little bit of an investigation, I think, for the papers.
That's like a 20. Yes, 20.
Okay. The spider's not really strong enough to move papers, but it can crawl under them. And you do find a piece of paper that's describing the portal beneath the castle, and there is a word written here, Drazir.
How's it spelled?
Draezir. Man, I just get to lore dump you today. This is great.
Drazair.
Draezir. There is your command word. It's pretty obvious it's a command word.
But you're gonna give us like Harry Potter there. Instead of Diagon Alley. Daggly! Whoa! Whoa!
Diagonally.
That Doothmer right there.
There's so much good shiny stuff in this place. Okay. Well.
The spider puts the mask on its back. Oh wait, it's not Nant. It's not Nant.
And I don't think I could risk taking an hour to turn it into something else that can actually carry a mask, like a cat. But
I mean, the cat isn't gonna be able to. I think you'd have to
It'd be really
take
hard
the
to use
key
it for
over
a
to
cat.
you and.
yeah, it'd be a lot.
Yeah,
So,
it'd be tough.
I'm gonna come out of the room. I got all the information. I can share it with Doothmare, and we can figure out what we want to do with her treasure next. There's things we can do. We have two different races on our side that can help cause distractions if we want to get into that room again.
Well, the thing that worries me a little bit is the fact that there's two guards protecting Resmir and the other dude.
Yeah.
That's it.
Why does that worry you?
Because there's only two of them. you think that the leaders of this this castle would have a lot more security?
Maybe they're overconfident.
That could be two. That could be two.
What is it, Dan? Why is
Not
there only,
telling
why
you.
is there only two?
I already learned. I don't tell you things.
Don't try to pick that lock.
He's good at getting me to reveal the secrets
No,
by accident.
that is a good point. The only reasons why there would be is because they're either overconfident or they're not worried, and the reason why they're not worried is because they're already protected, or there's something
Right.
that's protecting them. Other than these two guards, they probably don't even need them.
That's my whole thing. It's like, what's the point of having two guards? Do you really
Yeah.
need them?
You don't.
Yeah,
You don't.
because it's scary, but I'm not worried.
I can tell.
I'll go up there and intimidate him. I am the master of intimidation.
Yeah. So I'm gonna make my way down the same way. I
Okay.
Came up.
It's pretty uneventful. You're able to slip by with your face step move and.
You should just walk down. Hey guys, just walk on through. Where the hell did you come from? Oh, you let me through. Remember?
That would be
Persuasion
pretty funny.
check. What's happening, gentlemen?
That might be a bad idea.
As funny as it would be, I could screw with
That'd be
them. I
hilarious.
could screw with them a little bit, and just be like, "I'm behind you," and then like just face step right away. What? No, we're just gonna go. Yeah, right. Literally,
From up the hallway. And
I
then
think
face
it'd be
it.
hilarious.
tap him on the shoulder.
Just walk
Just
around.
be-
No. What's up, guys? Walk right through.
Ah!
What?
Okay, so I'm sure Smirgoff and Doothmer want to know what you
Yeah.
just learned.
So I fill him in, and I let him know about the mask too. If we ever get into some kind of really bad debacle with Rezmir, I think going for the face might be a good idea. Yeah, so I fully filled him in, and now we know how to use the portal thing.
That magic's beyond me. Yes. Very beyond me.
Now I send my hawk right away to Kinnear with a note of pretty much everything that we've learned as far as.
Yeah, we want to let him know pretty much. Rezmir's here at Castle Neratar.
Like,
Has some weird control over the Black Dragon.
there's a black dragon, like, there's Vargamoth and a
Yeah.
brother. They have a white worm and Parnas that is trying to recruit Oigaventon? Oigaventon, something like that.
Oya Givaton, I think?
Yeah, of the Sea of Moving Ice. They are not worried about the Metallic Dragon because they think that the Metallic Dragon is uninterested in what's going on. They have a very strong Thane force at the Well of Dragons. They're essential to raising Tiamat.
They're going to be there late in the season.
Yep. Their focus is on live dragons.
Not the
Yeah.
Dracolich. Thank
And
God.
and then that the what did you say? In the City of Splendor, the benefactor.
All is good in Waterdeep. They haven't been found, and the benefactor is on board.
So all that is written down.
And the Giants have allied with
And
them.
then-
Oh
yeah,
yes,
Giants
Giants
are on board.
cooperating.
Yep. Which is actually something that would probably catch your attention. Like, what? Giants working with the cult? That's very strange. If I haven't, your characters should have figured out the context of that's really odd.
Okay.
That's never happened
Giants don't
before.
do that.
That's very notable. Yeah.
Yeah, the Giants don't do that.
So
They're
it,
like dragons. They don't really hold allegiance to
Yeah.
anyone but themselves.
I think what that says is how far into it they actually are and how close they are to making this happen.
It's way closer than you may have
Yeah.
anticipated with just following a cult up the coast. Like, oh, they must be pretty early on. They're still gathering booty. Wait a minute. Oh wow, they were a lot further than we thought they
Well,
were.
last shipment.
Yeah.
It's the last shipment. They're doing something now.
Mhm.
Like, it is that time.
I think that's probably a good place to stop, even though it's a little early. I just don't know where to go now, because other than like maybe the next morning the shipments start coming in, and so you guys would be
We need to be
able
set
to
up.
kind of, I guess, plan what you want to do, and maybe if I leave it there, you think about it. Pick up there next week. Or
Yeah.
the week after. Oh, that's what we need to discuss. Okay. So the problem is Austin's not here to discuss it. So I do have news on this front though. So I managed to convince my other group to allow me to do every other week for longer sessions on Saturdays. So Saturday's not going to work for us, but at least it gets me Sunday in between their game and our game, because I've been running into this problem of like, I have all these ideas, but my brain is getting bogged down with exhaustion, and having a Tuesday night game following a Monday night game with a day of work in between.
That's difficult.
It's
especially
really
with
hard.
Two different. It would have been so much better if you were a player
Yeah.
in Tuesday.
Yep.
Because when you're going to be the player in Tuesday, that you only have to worry mainly about one, and then prep as a player is easy.
Yeah.
Prep as a DM is much more involved.
So I guess I'll have to postpone our discussion till next time. So I guess we could plan for Monday night again, because if I'm doing every other week with them, that takes a whole lot off my plate.
Yeah.
And they want to do a longer session, so it might be like 4 or 5 hours. I'm used to doing 3 hours with them.
8 hours.
So,
Let's go.
Oh man, I don't think I could do that.
All day.
I've done some DM sessions. I've done over
Breakfast, lunch, and
I've done over 12-hour DM sessions there.
Do you get up and do a break for a little while in the middle of it?
Not really.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
the only breaks that we'd have is like food breaks, and we just take a quick one to eat
Yeah.
and stuff, or we'd get small breaks here and there for coffee. That was when we'd have 2 coffee pots going, and we just bring the whole pot out and just put it down. People just freaking fill up.
So
if we did like once a month, that would be fun. Do like a
I like this
whole-
dice. This dice roll's pretty good. It's either really, really good, or it's really, really bad.
that's what you want in a diet. Keeps
Oh,
you on
yeah.
your toes.
So it's like 5,
What are your
4,
Sundays like? I know you
2.
work usually.
5.
Yeah.
This thing's horrible.
Because I could do Sunday afternoons after the Magnolia closes. So it closes at
And-
2, right?
Right. And then the first 2 weeks of the month, I don't have Rowan on Sundays.
Oh, is that regular?
Yeah.
First 2 weeks of the month. Okay. So it could be feasible to do 2 long sessions for the first 2 weeks of the month and then take the rest of the month off. Does that sound weird?
So, how does, because you're still guard, right? So,
Yeah, that's it.
how does that work with your?
Well, that's true. At the
That was my other concern.
the first weekend of the month.
I was gonna say,
So,
'cause
yeah.
I would
bummer.
assume that
Yeah.
the one of the weekends you don't have Rowan is
Is guards.
it's gonna be guards.
Okay, what about Friday night? I have to talk with Austin about this as well. But
Friday nights are gonna be a little difficult for me, just because that's like my unwind. Like my week of work is over, so I like to, especially now that we're getting towards summer, I like to go up to Spearfish on Friday night.
oh, sure.
Have my unwind drink, grab some food, listen to the bands. 'Cause
That-
they're going
that's
to have a lot
very
of music,
reasonable.
live music and whatnot.
So
For me, is it possible to start earlier on Mondays? Is it possible to
Not
start
at
at 5?
this point. I'm going to be off at 5:30 from work.
Is that going to be every?
What job?
So I'm working for Napa and Spearfish.
Okay.
And so I'm going to be doing 7:30 to 5:30 as far as I know.
What
Okay.
days?
Monday through Friday, occasional Saturday. But they close at noon on Saturday, so it's not that big of a deal. But they are like some of the most laid back, flexible people I've ever met in my life. So when they said, "How many hours do you want?" I said, "Well, let's start with full time." And they said, "That sounds good. If you need fewer hours, just let us know."
Cool.
And so I thought, you know what? I still want to work for the guy in Nisland with tractors, so I'll get established there full time.